All right, we live. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing this fine morning, man? Welcome to another episode of the Morning After with me, Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and the singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. What's up, OG? How you doing this morning?
Man, I'm doing fine, man. I had a good weekend. I had a good weekend of boxing. I'm talking about from Friday all the way to now. It has been great, and I enjoyed every step of the way. So it's all good.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. So, real quick before we get started, let everybody know where to find you. Let them know when you're live, your videos, all of that stuff, social media if you have it, all that stuff. Let everybody know where they can
Okay.
find you here on this platform.
Okay, well, you can find me right here on YouTube at KQKC Boxing Network. And you also can find me at NH underscore Libro on Twitter. And you also on Instagram. You can find me right there on Instagram as LDBC underscore 123. And there you go.
Yes, sir. And then I'm right here on YouTube too, obviously, and y'all can follow me on Twitter at KO Boxing 86 TV. As you come in the building, let us know you're here. Smash the like button. Let's get YouTube to share it. Hopefully, they start sending out notifications. Um, before we get into the cards, couple of news over the weekend. So
Okay.
Virgil Ortiz Jr. hit the news, man. He said it was reported that he was changing trainers from Robert Garcia to Eddie Reynoso, but then he got mad at the reporter and said, "Hey, I'm not changing trainers." And now I think maybe it was something where he wanted to announce it himself and not have a reporter come out with it. But just really quickly, if Virgil Ortiz was to change trainers from Robert Garcia to Eddie Reynoso, you think that's a good move for him in his career? He's already undefeated. He's showing good growth. Why would he change? And do you think it's a good thing?
Okay. You know what? No. No, this is not a good thing. This is not a good thing for Virgil Ortiz. Let me tell you why. Virgil Ortiz has been under the tutelage of Robert Garcia, which is a damn good trainer. Yeah, Eddie Reynoso is a good trainer, but hell, he's very suspect right now. Right now, he got a cloud over his head right now. No, it's not him, but his fighters. They do. I mean, we talking about three out of so many fighters that popping dirty. Now, why would Virgil Ortiz decide to leave a top-notch trainer like Robert Garcia, where he is undefeated and he is getting nothing but straight expertise, advice from Robert R. Garcia, and he going to change and go to Eddie Reynoso? Now,
Mm-hmm.
sure, I know Canelo's over there. We got Andy Ruiz over there. We got well, Ryan Garcia. He's not over there, but he was friends with Canelo. But you have a lot of them guys over there, like Valdez. And I know they probably know each other. By the Hispanic way, but still, I think he need to stay put and let's see where his career may head. Okay. Now, sure, if you're changing trainers, pretty much because you got Earl Spence coming back and you got Terrence Crawford, it's nothing that Eddie Reynoso can do for you that Robert Garcia can't do.
Mm.
Because one thing about a knockout, a fighter cannot change his style, not in no one fight. I mean, one training camp. I'm sorry, one training camp.
Yeah.
It's no way. Or two training camps. Or three.
It take a while. It take a
Yeah.
while for sure. I think
Yeah.
Virgil Ortiz is gonna always be who he gonna be, and I see we got people starting to come in. Y'all smash that like button as you come in. We're
Yeah.
doing this quick topic, and then we're gonna do a roll call, and we're gonna get into the weekend. Yeah,
Mhm.
man, Virgil Ortiz to me, I don't know. Like I don't know what Eddie Reynoso doing, what he not doing, but he does have a cloud over his head. He does have some stuff, some baggage that comes with him. So Virgil Ortiz must feel really strongly about what Eddie Reynoso can do for his career. I
Right.
haven't seen it. All I see, Eddie Reynoso, he built Canelo. And he gets a lot
Right.
of credit for what he did with Canelo. But you look
Yeah.
at some of his fighters, Louis Nery just got knocked out and he went back and changed trainers and he got knocked out. You got Oscar Valdez. He hasn't looked good his last he didn't look good his last fight. You know what
Right.
I mean? He looked bad against Canelo. He didn't look good in his last fight. I had him losing that fight. You know, and so
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Virgil Ortiz thinks Eddie Reynoso can do for him, but you know, if I support him until otherwise. He's from Dallas, Texas. I like his fighting style. He's all action. He's coming forward. He's coming to your front door, bringing it to your kitchen, and
Mm-hmm.
not even knocking on it, trying to kick the door down. So I'm not mad at Virgil Ortiz's style or how he fights or anything like that at all. My concern is kind of like you, like what can Eddie Reynoso do to make you better? Because if you're gonna come out and you're gonna be the same version of Virgil Ortiz anyway, at least you had chemistry with Robert Garcia. At least you
Right.
were used to working with him. He knew how
Exactly.
to get to you. You know what I mean? So I
There
don't
you
know.
go.
I don't. I can't be overcritical of it, and I can't give
Uh-huh.
it big ups yet until I see him fight. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I gotta see him fight. So we'll see how it goes. We got 11 people in the building right now. Y'all smash the like button as you come in here. Let me see who's in the building so far. And when you hop in here, let us know you're here. Hawaiian Punch, what's up, man? How you doing? Crush the Legend, I see you, my brother. Salute to you. Teach, what's up? Why you frustrated, man? Why you frustrated? You should have listened to me, bro.
uh,
The only fight we missed this weekend was the women's fight, and we're gonna get into it. The decision was right, but the scorecards were horrible. We're gonna talk about it though. Peacekeeper, what's up, man? How you doing? All I have to say is loyalty. You haven't lost yet. Okay. DP Rocker, what's up, man? How you doing? Big Money Texas, Luke KO and OG. Great night of boxing and UFC. I won me some money, baby. And the
all right.
new undisputed. Yeah, man, he did that. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Coach, what's up, Coach? I seen you on Money Brown last night, man. Look, I know you know your boxing, but I know my boxing too. You gotta listen to me sometimes, man. You gotta listen to me, man. I'm telling you.
Right.
Silver, what's up, man? Let's go. Yeah, I see you, man. I try to tell y'all Canelo is on another level. He definitely was last night. And if y'all want to donate to the channel, y'all can hit that super chat button. Also, I got me and KQKC's cash apps. They scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Mine or his is hashtag $275 KQKC, and mine is $knockout boxing 86. So show some love for the grind if you can. At the very least, smash the like button when you get in the building. So OG, let's get into these fights, man. Let's
Okay.
let's chop it up on these fights, man. I want to do Friday first. I know y'all out here for Canelo. We're gonna get to it, but he's not the only fighter. We got other fighters that
Yeah.
did their thing, but Canelo will be the main topic of the show. We just got to get these other people some love, so because they put on
Yeah.
very, very well this weekend. So first, I want to get into the young female, man. I saw a young fighter that I like a lot that like shot up to the top of my prospects list, man. This Abdullah Mason. It was his debut. And
Mhm.
Abdullah, he's a southpaw, rangy, 17 years old. He definitely cannot stay at 135 pounds. He got welterweight written all over him, bro, when he matures into his body. But he looked very impressive. I know the competition wasn't too stiff, but OG, you called that fight. You were live on the call. What did you think of the young man Abdullah Mason?
Man, I think I don't know too much about him, but I can tell you one thing. It looked like he started early, like Devin Haney. You know, it looked like he probably went to Mexico and got his license and started out boxing then because he was only 17. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but he been boxing. He boxed Friday like he been fighting for 5 years. You know, some guys pick up like this, and some has to pretty much work on it, work on it, work on it. And he seems like he's an easy learner. It seems like he's pretty much can catch on real fast. And he put on a show. And I'm not saying that only just put on a show. Normally, when you out there like that, you first of all you get used to fighting without a shirt on. You get the crowd. You get people saying things in the crowd. I mean, that's a distraction. But this young man is like he matured maybe 5 years already in the sport of boxing. All right. So he was able to get in there and do what he had to do. He followed instructions very well. If you listen to the corner, you know, so he got out there, he did it, and you know, and he came out with the win. So yeah, good brother, good fight. And you know what? He got a lot of growing to do. He has a lot of growing to do. And so, I mean, he's not going to stay at that weight class.
He can't.
No, no,
He already look huge.
exactly.
He already look big in the mud, man. 17 years old. Look at my wife. You woke up to come in here and eat some crow. Hey, how you
Yes, sir.
doing? How
Hey,
you
good
doing?
morning, Valerie. Yes, she was
I
in
got
the
the
chat
W.
last.
Your voodoo didn't work this
Yes, sir. She was
week.
hocus pocus.
Yes, sir. Abdullah Mason, man.
uh,
Look, he looked very talented.
mm-hmm,
He's a sparring partner of Shakur Stevenson.
mm-hmm.
So he been getting that good work in the gym. You know, if he
Right.
keeps sparring, he keep he keep doing what he's doing, man. Hopefully he needs to stay at Top Rank while he's a prospect. Cause one thing I like about Top Rank, like I got a lot of criticism of Bob Arum. They're well documented on this channel.
Mm-hmm.
Some things he's doing. I hate what he's doing with Oscar Valdez and Shakur Stevenson right now, to name something. I hate how
Right.
he behaved in the Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder situation with all his lies. So I don't like him. But what
Right.
I do respect is his prospects. Number one, you want to see some good young talent, you need to watch a Top Rank card. That's the first thing. The second thing is they stay busy. So now that Abdullah Mason has made his
Yeah.
debut, I expect and I'm hoping to get to see a lot of him. I'm talking like every other month. Sometimes you might see him every month because, for instance, that fight, he didn't take a lot of punishment. He didn't take a lot of punishment.
Right.
He dominated that fight. The fight was over in 2 rounds. So I'm hoping that what we see from him is the same thing that we see from the likes of Jerry Big Baby Anderson. What's the kid's
Activity.
name? What's the Puerto Rican kid's name? Xander Zayas.
Yes.
Guys like that where, okay, bro, you just fought. It's November. You fought on November the 4th. Why you can't fight again at the end of December?
There
I
you go.
I know they got some card they can put you on the undercard in December, find you an opponent so you can continue to grow. You can stay
Mm-hmm.
in the gym and keep working because he's somebody talent wise is gonna be there. His key is gonna be working hard, honing his skills, and continuing to grow in the sport. But I like what I saw from him. You could definitely see I like the killer instinct in him when he got the fighter hurt. I
Mm-hmm.
definitely like the skills. He's long, he's rangy. He's like
Mm-hmm.
5'9", 70-some inch reach. I mean, he got all the dimensions, and you can tell he been working hard his whole life. He looked the part, not no
Exactly.
bodybuilder, but very, very muscular in shape. So I can't wait to see what's next from him. I
Mm.
really, really can't. So I'm excited for the young man. Let's see what we got going in the chat.
Oh,
Go ahead.
okay. Real
No, go ahead.
fast.
What were you about to say?
Okay, real fast. Okay, with Abdullah, he's a southpaw. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I alluded to this last night that I have noticed a lot of amateurs going pro. I noticed a lot of people, fighters that's going pro, 6 rounder, 8 rounder, 10 rounders. Hell, been there veterans. All
Mm-hmm.
of them are starting to be southpaws or turning southpaws. I mean, you got guys like Terrence Crawford, Bruce Anderson, they're switches, but it's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of southpaws coming in and coming out of the amateurs now. Now, I alluded this last night again that southpaw was outlawed years ago, and then they brought it back. And now people are using the southpaw stance because a lot of people can't figure that out. It confuses them,
Mm-hmm.
and the foot placement that's confusing them. So
Yeah.
now I don't know if this is going or doing it purposely. I don't know. But one thing I do know is that like the Russell brothers, all of them are southpaws,
Yeah.
So, but we'll see. We're gonna see how this play out in boxing.
Yeah,
We want.
that's an interesting point, man. That's an
Mhm.
interesting point. And I think it's on purpose because number one, if you right-handed, then
Mhm.
the most important punch in boxing is your jab. So if you do the southpaw stance, your dominant hand will be the most important punch in boxing. So it's easier to learn that because that's the hand you write with. That's the hand you do everything with. Number one.
Right.
Number two, like you said, they give you an advantage. If you teaching a fighter to fight southpaw and you give them a nice backhand, you make sure that lead left hand, that left hand to the body, you make sure that they're straight. You already got an advantage going into the fight because just the way that the angles is set up, the way that your foot is, you're gonna be fighting orthodox fighters most of the time. Shit, that left hand gonna be there, bro.
Yeah.
That left hand gonna be there. Shakur Stevenson is making a living off that shit right now.
Yeah.
Vasily Lomachenko has made a living off of that shit. Gary Antoine Russell making a living off that shit right now.
Damn
Like
right.
they left hands is just tearing people up because they
Right.
don't know what to do with them. You know what I'm saying? And then if you do fight another southpaw, guess what? If you well trained and you well schooled, Southpaws ain't used to fighting you. They used to fighting orthodox fighters, so even that is an advantage. If you're getting good work, like let's say for
Right.
instance, Gary Russell, they all can spar each other. So they used to fighting other Southpaws where they might get in the actual fight with another Southpaw who don't have that luxury, who don't have that ability to actually find another Southpaw to spar with. So they still at a disadvantage. So I think it's smart to teach a fighter. If a fighter can do it and they just not so orthodox dominant, then shit, why not teach them Southpaw? And the other thing you said about going pro, I think all of these fighters are going pro, OG, and they're doing all of this because shit, they don't wear headgear at a certain level in the amateurs anymore. So if I'm not gonna wear
Right.
headgear anyway, why not get paid? Shit, why not? Like, what's the point of being an amateur if I gotta take the same type of punishment, the same type of punches without headgear on anyway? Why the hell I want to go to a world amateur championship? Why the hell do I want to try to go to the Olympics if I ain't got to wear no headgear? When in reality, I can fight lesser competition because
Right.
it's I can fight some cab driver or some shit with no headgear on for my debut or my first 3 or 4 fights, and I get paid for it instead of going to a highly competitive amateur tournament where these dudes are really good. They're gonna be hot prospects too, and I could go in there as an amateur and they could fuck me up because I ain't got no headgear on. So I
Right.
think that's why they turning pro because it's almost like shit. If I gotta take the punishment anyway and not have on headgear, I might as well be a professional fighter. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
that's my
No,
thoughts
go ahead.
on it.
Oh, okay. Now I just want to make this one more point. Now, even though you coming out and you fighting on the southpaw stance, the orthodox fighters now they have to think. They have to figure out how can I get around this southpaw stance. Well,
Mm-hmm.
Floyd kind of wrote the blueprint for that. If you remember, you said somebody named Coach in the chat.
Yeah, Rip. Yeah, it's
Okay.
RIP to Deke. Yeah.
Okay. Well, in a southpaw stance, you got to loop that dominant right hand of yours. All right. And that pretty much because a southpaw standing here, right, ready to throw down. You got that right hand holding the phone with the right hand and using the left to go down the pipe. But you loop around that right hand. And that's how you fight a southpaw. One way to fight a southpaw. But it can be many ways. See, that's where you got to use that ring guy shoe, baby. All right.
Yes,
So,
sir.
okay.
Let me
That's
see
all
what
I
they
had. Mhm.
I got you. Let me see what they talking about. Coach say, I'm glad to add you to the black book when he see Benavidez. Oh, we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it. What's
Mhm.
up, Elm Satana? Ain't nobody beating Canelo unless you on that complete raw. Also, Big
Okay.
Money Texas Little says facts. He must be talking about me because that's all I talk. That's all
Mhm.
I talk is facts. Big Money. I'm eating up today, but it was a good fight. Yeah, it was a good fight. It was nice to have you sit down and watch it with me, baby. You don't usually watch the fights with me. Bruce
Oh, that's
Gold,
why she
salute.
was in the comment section.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. She was watching the
Mhm.
fight. She was trying to rub it in, but I told her
Mhm.
if Canelo win, you gotta come up here and have that same energy because we don't do
Right.
that. You know what I'm saying? She said, "I'm gonna talk noise if Canelo lose." I was like, "All right, that's cool, but if he win, you gotta keep that same energy." We call that keeping the same energy in these boxing circles. So she keeping the same energy this morning. Crush the Legend still say F Dirty Red. Damn, Crush. You won't let them
Ooh.
breathe. K Rod, what's up? G Parker, what's good? Y'all smash the like. I know all y'all in here ain't smashed the like button yet. Bruce
Uh,
Gold says they just had an IABA World Amateur Championships, 100K for the winners. Yeah, man. Look,
wow.
you got to win that shit to get paid. Everybody can't win that shit. So
Right.
people still won't turn pro because you might not be good enough to win the World Amateur Championships, but shit, you might be good enough to beat up a cab driver and get some money. So
Right.
why I'm going to compete in that shit? Champ is here, KO. Yeah, Kevin, now you did his thing last night. I'm your daddy. That's my brother-in-law. Salute to you, bro. Y'all smash
All
that
right.
like button as you come in the building. So the co-main event on Friday night, real quick. Andres Cortez versus Bernardez. I'll give my thoughts first on this one. I picked Cortez to win. I thought he would be the more skillful fighter. The stoppage was kind of to me, but he was winning the fight. And Bernardez, you got to punch back. You got to protect yourself. But Andres Cortez, he's a good fighter, still undefeated, 16-0 now with 9 knockouts. He's already been dropped in his career, showed toughness, came back and won that fight. He has boxing skills, pretty good power. For me, the thing Cortez is going to run into is when he fights somebody that's athletic as well, and they have just as much skill because he's not athletic at all, not explosive. Hands aren't overly fast, doesn't have great power. So I worry
Mhm.
about when he gets into exchanges and he gets into a fight with somebody that's just as skilled or even more skilled, but they're more
Mhm.
athletic. I don't know. I don't know what he can do, but he's still undefeated. He did his thing last night. It's 16-0, 9 knockouts. KQ says it all the time. It's time to step up in competition. It's
Yes,
time to
sir.
step up in competition. He's fighting down there at 130 pounds. You know, it's time for him to try to get maybe an Adam Lopez on his resume. Somebody like that that's fought for world titles but come up short. I love to
Mhm.
see a fight like that. So salute to Andres Cortez beating up Mark Bernardez. Mexico beat up the Philippines this time.
Mhm.
It is what it is. But T says he didn't agree with the stoppage. The ref was tripping. Yeah, he wasn't doing that bad. I don't agree with the stoppage. Andres was winning every round. But these refs, man, I hate to talk about them. I hate to talk about judges, but we got to talk about judges some today in this next fight, the main event when we get to it. But
Mhm.
Andres Cortez in that co-main event, good performance. But young brother, you're 24 years old. You've been a pro for a long time. I need to see something else from you, bro. It's time to step up the level. It's time to
Exactly.
step up the level. I'm tired of watching people fight people that I know they're gonna beat. But OG, what you got on it? For that
Well,
fight, I know you called that fight. It was a
mhm.
fun fight to watch because they was throwing blows in there. But what were your thoughts? Were you impressed with him? What you want to see next from him? What you got
Well,
on Andres Cortez?
Cortez, good fighter. He willing to trade with you. But see, this is the thing. You hit right on the head. Yeah, he gonna trade with you, but he knows that what type of fighter he's facing. Now, if you put someone in there, let's say he step up, maybe just one step up in competition. He's not gonna be in there trying to trade with you. He's gonna try to pretty much fight on the outside. Now, his punches are a little bit too wide. And that way, people go down the middle if you got a good ring IQ. Now he wasn't doing that bad. Ronaldo wasn't doing that bad. I mean, the stop was a little bit too early. But then again, a fighter we don't know because the referee is right there, and we at home or we out in the audience, but the referee can see the damage in the eyes and all that. Now, but still, in all, he's a great fighter, but I got to see a little bit more before I call him, oh, the great sensation. Oh man, we got a new
Mm-hmm.
player at this weight class. No, you can't say that yet. All right. That's why I tell a lot of people, don't step out on that on that statement yet. Until you see him fight a competition, see him face adversity and face adversity and come back and dominate. Things like that play a big part in your career. And also, that's how you develop your fan base.
Facts.
This guy can fight, this guy can come back, this guy can hit, and sometimes one thing about it, don't waste your punches. All right. I seen him wasting a lot of punches. And sometimes, you don't have to punch all the time. And then also you miss when you throw them punches, and when you miss a punch, that takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot out of you. People don't think that, but it does. It takes a lot out
Facts.
of you. So, but right now, I will say, I give him an A for what he did last night. So, but
Yeah, he
still,
did. He did his thing. You
right,
hit something there, like punch placement, like wasting punches. When you wasting punches, you just
mhm,
leaving yourself open to get countered and shit, man.
exactly.
And this is a fact right here. Kevin Knight says, "I would rather listen to OG fight call than to watch a fight. Takes me back to listening to fights on the radio." Man, I'm telling y'all, bro. We got 21 people in here. I know y'all all ain't smashed the like button. Smash the like button. Cash apps are rolling across the screen. Show some love for the grind. You can also hit that super chat button. But Kevin Knight, that's a fact, bro. Listen, if you want to hear something where it's unbiased and it's blow for blow and it's just entertaining as shit, I encourage you still order the fight, still support boxing, but turn the damn volume down and just put it on KQKC. He calling all the fights. He working hard out here, and we got to show him some love, man. Cause he be grinding. He don't give a damn if the fight card is 8 hours long. He be in that mug the whole time with the same energy, the same excitement. So Kevin Knight, that's a fact right there. Let's see here. Cortez knocked him out on the ropes. I think I would have given him a standing count. Yeah, that would have been
Mhm.
a great thing to do. L Dub, what's up, bro? Salute to you, man. Y'all go subscribe to L Dub Boxing. Great boxing mind right there. L Dub, we about to get into the fight that you made me get the only fight that I got wrong this week, L Dub. I don't like that shit, man. I don't like that shit. When I should have listened to you, bro. But I was almost right. I was almost right, but I was wrong. So let's talk about it. Michaela Meyer versus Mava Hernandez. They were fighting for the super featherweight WBO and IBF women's championship. Championship of the world. It was a very, very, very good fight. I'm talking about the best fight on Friday night by far. You gotta, man, listen, y'all gotta give it up and give these ladies credit for what they were able to do. I think they threw over 1,000 punches, neither
Yeah.
of them back down, and wasn't no clinching and shit going on. Wasn't no trying to stop the action. They went. I'm talking about from the bell going ding ding. They went to the center of the ring and they started throwing blows. And y'all be sure to get the likes up as I said. But OG, what do you have on the fight for Mykaela Meyer and Mava Hamadouche? Do you think the decision was right? What do you think about the judging in the fight? What do you think about Mykaela Meyer? What do you think about Hamadouche? Just your overall view of that fight that you witnessed on Friday night, man.
Man, that was a fight. And that was potentially almost the fight of the year, if not top three so far, I would say. Now, but I will say this: the judges had it too far apart. I think that fight was closer than the scorecards dictated. But when I heard Kayla Meyer said that she is not going to box, not the whole fight, I said, whoa, wait a minute, because I know she's a boxer and she can box. But Hamadouche, I never really saw her fight. So I'm thinking, okay, well, this might be a little tougher than I think it is. And it was. So Kayla Meyer did the smart thing. She showed her ring IQ. And I'm gonna tell you right now, what's the most important thing in that fight was the body shots. The body shots. Maya was throwing the body shots because she got that range, she got that length, that arm length, and she was using the body and up close and far away. And then Hamadou started slowing down, slowly but surely. She started slowing down. She's been going down to the body. Then she was slanging with it. She was banging with it. Hamadou took it and kept coming. She kept coming. She was like the Energizer Bunny, baby. That's what she was doing. She was kept coming and coming and coming. Then she started slowing down. She started slowing down. Why? The body shots. The body shots. That body work by Mykaela Meyer, that was on point. You know who say the lady can't throw a body shot?
Trying
Here,
to
he
tell you.
must ain't seen her throw one, because she threw one. Her and Amanda Serrano, they gonna throw them body shots, and she was pinpoint on. And if you look at it after the fight, you can tell that she had good defense too. Great defense. And but Hamadou, she was a dog in there. She
Yes, it
was a
was
dog.
a
And she was
junkyard
pissed. She was
dog.
pissed off after the fight also. She was very pissed off
I'm
after
sure
the
she
fight.
felt disrespected by them scorecards, man.
Yes, that too. Yep, she felt very disrespected by the scores, and she thought she should have won. And she believed that Mykaela Meyer won and not her. But I have to disagree with her on that point.
Nah, she didn't win the
No,
fight.
but no, she didn't win it. But yeah, Maya. I mean, that was a great fight. I'm talking about from the beginning to the end. That was a great
Mm-hmm.
fight. And know what? Just to make a note of this, I'm like Carissa Shields. If all the women want to fight 3-minute rounds, let them. Let them. Because what they did on Friday night, Michaela and Hamadouche, what they did was way better than 3-minute rounds. I mean,
Yeah.
they put all 3-minute rounds into two. That's what they was doing. Wow.
Hell yeah,
I
they
mean, they was
were.
begging. They was begging, baby. Wow, wow, wow. Yes, sir. They was begging. So,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yep.
And salute to my wife in the super chat. I appreciate you supporting the grind. Thank you so much.
All
Y'all
right.
smash that like button as you come in. And as I've been saying, cash apps are at the bottom of the screen in the super chat as well. So, yeah, man. I listen. The right person won the fight. I'm gonna start there
Yeah.
because I don't want nobody to think I'm making excuses. The right person did win the fight. I picked Hamadouche because of the pressure. I thought it'd be too much for Mykaela Meyer. She got hit a lot in the last fight, but she proved to be tough. She proved to be very, very tough. She took the pressure. She fought fire with fire, and she ended up getting that W. She ended up getting that W, and then body work did slow Hamadouche down, man. And I was kind of surprised because you wouldn't know it from watching this fight because Hamadouche was headhunting so much. But you go watch her previous fights; she's a damn good body puncher, and that was the difference in this fight. I thought she would go to the body more. She didn't go to the body more. She kept head hunting and
Yep.
she just didn't have a good game plan with Mykaela Meyer because number one, Mykaela Meyer is a lot taller than her. So I was thinking, and I thought she should. And if I'm her coach, I don't know what he was telling her because he was speaking French or whatever. But I don't know. Either she ignored his instructions or his instructions were horrible because Mykaela Meyer, she could have hit her even more if she was going to the body. But Meyer came to that center of the ring and said, look, everybody back down from you. Everybody bag up. I ain't bagging up. Okay. I ain't running. I ain't folding. We can get it in. And they got it in. And to that point about 10-minute round, 2-minute rounds and 10 rounds or whatever, let them fight 3 minutes. That's how you make the sport more exciting. You might get in a fight like that, an extra minute per round. Who knows what would have happened? Who knows what would have? Maybe somebody would have folded in that extra minute. Maybe you could have gotten a stoppage late and made the fight even more exciting. Now, I don't think they advocating for 12 rounds, but at least at the very least, let the rounds be just as long as the men rounds. Hell, they got to fight in the same size ring.
Exactly.
And
that's why
in the age of equality or whatever, shit, let them fight 3 minutes if they want to fight 3 minutes. At the very least, at the championship level, you know what I'm saying? Like at the contender level, like if they in shape and they got all this experience, sanction that shit. If you the sanctioning body, so that's my thoughts on it. Now the judges scorecard and salute done. I see you in the building. I know you're excited this morning. We got 29 people just came in the building. Y'all smash that like button so we can get we need 40, 50, 60 people in here to get this knowledge, man. So y'all smash the like button so everybody know that we are live. Now, the judges' scorecards. I feel like I'm doing this shit every weekend and it's making me mad, bro. Listen, I encourage if you didn't watch that fight and L-Dub says fire, yeah, that fight was fire, L-Dub. If you didn't watch that fight, okay, I suggest you to go back and watch the fight. If you have time to score it. But I guarantee you what you won't do. You will not come away from that fight thinking that Mykaela Meyer won it 100-90. It's a 10-round fight, bro. That means that it was a judge that gave her every single round of that fight, bro. That shit makes no sense. There were multiple rounds that Hamadouche outlanded her, that Mykaela Meyer looked tired in because Hamadouche just kept coming and she landed the cleaner shots. Like that was and I said it to OG in his chat after the fight. Meyer won for sure. She won, but that was a 96-94 victory, a 97-93 victory. You know, a close unanimous decision or a split decision victory for Mykaela Meyer. That was not no damn washing, bro. You look at them scorecards, they would have you think that Hamadouche went in there, showed up to America, and got her ass washed, bro. That shit did not happen. That shit did not happen at all, and that's why BoxRec is great, bro. Like I use BoxRec all the time to find out who fought who, what fights I can go study to do my predictions and fighters records. Like it's great for that shit, but that's why you gotta watch the fights too. Cause you go to BoxRec and you ain't see the fight, you go look at that mug and be like, oh, okay, Mykaela Meyer versus Mava Hamadouche. Oh shit, Mykaela Meyer watched her. I don't need to go back and watch that shit if I'm studying. You know, if I'm gonna bet on the fight or if I'm gonna make a channel and do a prediction myself, I don't need to go study that fight. That fight was a wide ass UD, and that's where you get your ass messed up and you'll go make a wrong pick or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't paying attention and you don't really know what's going on. That's why y'all got to subscribe to KQKC Boxing. Stay subscribed to me. We're gonna keep y'all educated, man, and keep y'all in the know. You know what I mean? Because that shit was crazy, bro. Like that scoring, like it ruins the fight. It ruins the fight and it leaves a bad taste in your mouth when that shit happens because it's not good for the sport. Like who the hell been training y'all to score these fights? Is my question. Like where y'all get? Can I get a license? Shit, I got some time on the weekends and shit, man. Y'all gonna fly me out somewhere to watch a good fight and score the fight? I'll do that shit for y'all, bro. I promise you, my scorecards will be better than that shit. I promise y'all, bro, because this shit was trash, man.
L-Dub is right. I'm looking at L-Dub right there. He said, I thought Hamadouche won the first and second round out of the gate. You know,
after the gate. And then she was highly competitive. I'd say she was competitive, and it was swing rounds all the way up to like round 5, round 6. And then I think Mykaela Meyer took over the whole back half of the fight.
Right.
I think she took over the whole back half of the fight. But for those first 5 rounds, for those first 5 or 6 rounds, you could argue that Hamadouche got at least like 3 of them. She got at least like 3 of the first, 3 or 4, 5 or 6 rounds. So I think round 5, by round 6, it was like a 3-2 either way. 3-2 either way, and then maybe Hamadouche got 1 or 2 more, and Michaela Meyer ends up winning 96, 94, 97, 93. It's just bad when that shit happens in boxing. But anything else you got on Friday night before we get to the big night?
No, I was just saying about the 3 point, the 3 minute rounds. It's just that we missing out on a lot of knockouts for the ladies. Okay, but by fighting 2 minute rounds, we're missing out on a lot of knockouts.
Yeah,
because that's why they only have 2 or 3 knockouts on their record. Because normally you go out right out the gate, maybe you can get them out there with big punches, big wide punches, but you don't want to start a fight off like that because that's how you get caught.
Nah.
But when you break them down, the next thing you know, bang, the bell ring. Then you break them down, you got them in trouble. 10-second clapper. And I mean, god damn, get them 3-minute rounds. But anyway, that's all I got for Friday night.
Give them 3 minutes in boxing. Get your goddamn scoring together, bro. Shit. Demetrius brought in that super chat. Salute to you, my brother. He says, salute, gentlemen. Keep grinding. Oh, we don't know no other way. Plant was close, but one mistake, it's over. I'm gonna talk about that because a lot of people had that fight close. I ain't see it that way, bro. I ain't see it. And salute to my bro, Money Brown TV. Money, you been asleep? You been asleep yet, bro?
Nah, he been up there shaking his ass.
Money ain't been asleep yet. Money been throwing a damn party.
He been partying his ass,
bro. Money was live for like 8 hours. Then he got off after the fight, but then he hopped back on live. He had people coming in, eating crow, paying the money, all that shit, bro. All that shit.
I owe you, buddy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he in his black book looking like, I don't see you in here. Where y'all at? I need my money. I put you in the black book, bro. What's popping? What's going down? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so Saturday, man, let's get to the card on Saturday because that's what we're here for, man. Let's go on down the card, get through this because I know what y'all here for. We about to talk Canelo, but Canelo's not the only fighter that exists, so we got to keep going, all right? But we gonna talk about Canelo. He sure did, Dundada. I agree wholeheartedly. We're gonna get to it. First fight on the card, Elvis Rodriguez, Juan Pablo Romero. This was a big fight, bro. This was a big fight because Elvis Rodriguez was a hot prospect for Top Rank. Top Rank dropped his ass because he lost to Kenneth Sims. So in his first fight with PBC, you don't want to lose again, bro. You don't want to lose again. These promoters, they will drop your ass if they feel like they can't make no money, money off of you. So shit, a very good fight. They put him in there against an undefeated fighter in Juan Pablo Romero down there at 140 pounds. And it was a good opening act. OG, what you got on the fight, man? What did you think of Elvis Rodriguez's performance?
Well, Elvis was in the building last night, baby. Yes, sir. And he got together with Shake 'em Up Freddie, and they pretty much got a game plan together where another southpaw pretty much came out there and found the openings and threw it down the pipe. Now, he was using his lateral movement. He tried to use his angles a couple times. Romero was throwing hard and trying to work the body. But, of course, Romero punches was too wide. He's going he's trying to go to the kidney, the left and right kidney, coming back like this. That's not going to work when you got a boxer like Elvis Rodriguez. He is a boxer. He's not a brawler. He's a boxer. So what he was doing was he was using his right hook, and then when he see the opening, he'd throw the left right down to the sternum or to the left kidney. Then he started using the same left hand as he went downstairs and upstairs at the same time. So Rodriguez was pretty much on point. And that fight was important because, you got to have a great showing because you got another promotion company looking at you and looking at you real close. So he came out there and Freddie had him ready. Freddie had him ready, and he used every move in the book of boxing. He used that lateral movement. He used his angles. He used his right hook. He used his left hand as he go down to the body, to the sternum, tumble jab, a shovel jab. Everything he was doing it correctly, and he got him out of there. I mean, you can't ask for a more beautiful fight than that.
Yeah, that was a damn good fight. Yeah, that was a damn good fight.
Yeah.
So salute to Mike Rhymes, salute to
Mhm.
Crush the Legend, Tim Muzay, salute to y'all, man. Y'all be sure as you come in the building, man, y'all keep smashing that like button for us,
Mhm.
man. Get the likes up. Cause I know everybody ain't put their seatbelt on yet. So put your
Mhm.
seatbelt on, man, when y'all hop up in here, man. So yeah, Elvis Rodriguez. Listen, my prediction and breakdown on this fight, Romero, his feet are flat and he throws hard, but everything is hard. And so I feel like if Elvis could keep the fight in the middle of the ring and stay off the
Mhm.
ropes and stay out the corner, he'd have all the advantages in the fight. He worried me the first couple of rounds because it was very, very competitive to start
Mhm.
the fight. But as he started, as you said, pivoting around, using his check right hook to get off the ropes and stuff, and he got the fight to the center of the ring, that straight left down to the body was causing Romero to reset and causing him all kind of problems. And then you could tell in the center of the ring, Elvis Rodriguez had a huge hand speed advantage, had an
Mhm.
extremely huge hand speed advantage, and he was just more athletic. And so once he hurt Romero and put him down the first time, I was like, oh, it's
Mhm.
only a matter of time. Romero can't take his power, and he gonna definitely land that straight left again. And sure enough, he landed it, and Romero, he could not get up, bro.
Yeah.
He could not get up. So Elvis Rodriguez, he with PBC now. Hopefully they can keep him busy, keep moving him up, because there's a lot of talent there. He's now 12 victories, only one loss, with 11 victories by way of knockout. And he lost to Kenneth Sims. A lot of people don't know who Kenneth Sims is. Kenneth Sims can fight, bro.
Yeah. He's
He can
tall,
fight.
lanky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he can switch stances on you. Got good timing, good counter punching ability. He can box,
Mhm.
man. He can box.
Yeah.
So that ain't a bad loss, considering who he was in there against. But again, want to see him step up. He's at 140 pounds. I love to see him fight the guy that barely beat Barrios. Akhmadov, I think his name is, or I'd like to see him get in there with Barrios.
Mhm.
And see, like it's time for him to fight contenders and kind of lower level champions. You can't be a prospect forever, and that's kind of the theme of what we've been talking about. Is these guys stepping up? You got 13 fights now, bro. How many more? Many more little tests you need, bro? You
Right.
just fought an undefeated fighter. Like, don't go backwards. We don't need no easy, soft touches yet.
Right.
You ain't earned that. You need to keep stepping up, keep moving up in competition so we can see what you are as boxing fans. And I see we just had like 5 new people come in here. Y'all smash
Mhm.
the like button. And L Dub says
Yeah.
Kenneth Sims fighting on Christmas on PBC on Fox, and I'm gonna be
Right.
watching his ass.
Now,
I'm
keep in
definitely gonna be
mind,
watching his ass.
Kenneth Sims is one of those guys I was telling you about Showtime a stream. With Douglas, Antoine Douglas, those guys. Like I say, you got to start watching the undercards. You got to start watching Showbox and Showbox the stream, because these are the guys that you want to see, like L Dub said, on Christmas on undercards, and guys that fought the guys like Elvis Rodriguez. Okay, Kenneth Sims got him out of there. So, and though I said it's very important, just don't watch Earl Spence. Just don't watch Deontay Wilder. I mean, it's other fighters out there, and now the undercard guys. These are the guys that are gonna be moving up into their spots. So that's why I say, be a boxing fan and not a fanboy. All right, now go ahead.
Like the
Mm-hmm.
fight more than the fighter.
Yep.
Love boxing more than the boxer. That's what you
Mhm.
get for coming at me, Kevin. It's hard picking most prelims fight. Great job. I win at KO. He up on me 2-1. I'm up on a lot of people. Look, I'm gonna take this off right quick, and I'm gonna
Mhm.
put this on. That's the new record, man. All right. Stop coming at
Okay.
me, bro. Stop coming at me, y'all. I'm telling y'all, man. This is what we do. Let me get it back up here. There we go. Boom. Let's go back to the comments. Boom. So yeah, man. Next fight was Ray Vargas versus Leonardo Baez. Let me get to this super chat right quick. Salute, Mr. Mechanical. Says I'm eating crow for breakfast. Salute, brothers. Yeah, man. Hey, Mr. Mechanical. Me and KQKC, we on the team today. We on teams today. We up
Yeah.
here living good because KQKC finally wised up, man. He finally rolled with your boy, man. He finally rolled with me. So we here. I ain't gonna give y'all a hint. I ain't gonna give you too much of a hint, but I think we got a lot easier main event next week. We got David Benavidez and Kyron Davis. I think that's gonna be a much easier one that a lot of people gonna agree on. I think a lot of people gonna agree on that fight, and I'm just gonna leave it
But
I'm
hey,
gonna leave it
hey,
at that.
this boxing, anything can work.
Anything can happen, yeah. But I think a
Yeah,
lot of people gonna agree on that fight.
as
Unless you
Mikey
from the
Garcia.
hometown of somebody. Ray Vargas versus Leonardo Baez. We're working our way up the card. OG. Ray Vargas, the former undefeated champion down at 122, made his debut at 126. What you think about his performance against Leonardo Baez?
Okay. Well, actually, I still think one of the Russell brothers should have been on that card, but
Mm.
of course, hey, politics and boxing. There you
Yeah, the
go.
card was trash, y'all. If y'all
Right,
didn't know what I thought, or what like the
right,
card was the
right,
overall card for a pay per view charged me damn near $100. Come on, man, give me some better fights. But go ahead,
right.
OG.
But Baez and Vargas. Okay. Now Baez was trying to throw everything hard, of course. Now Vargas had that reach. He had that the height. Now, only thing about Vargas, for some reason, he didn't want to step into the pocket. He didn't want to go too close. He was dependent on his reach. Now, it was getting there, okay, but it wasn't getting there with some mustard on it. All right. It was just barely touching him, but he was getting there. And yes, he was keeping them hands moving, and he was going to the body. He was taking turns going from one left kidney to the right kidney shots. Then he going downstairs. Then he was making them miss, and he was making him pay. That old logo slogan. All right. And that's what he was doing. Now he was a little faster than Baez. Baez was trying to counter him. And he was the tallest he is, he got under them counter punches and came back with his counter punch. Now he was counter his counter. Actually, he was Baez was counter to him. He turned right back and countered him right away. He was fast. He looked good, and he had the reach and the height. Now, of course, he did do a little range generalship. He did a little lateral movement too. He had the whole complete package. Only thing about it was he didn't have any punching power. He didn't have any punching power because the way he was throwing, the way he was landing, he just didn't have anything on it because Baez should have been out of there. He couldn't have got him out of there because Baez threw an overhand right that it came from wherever he was, from Vegas all the way to Chicago. That motherfucker missed that bad. And shots like that, you see them coming. If you've been in the ring for so long, you've been a veteran so long, you feel punches coming. You see them coming. I saw them coming. Hell. So Baez, he got to be a little more straighter with his punches and stop throwing everything hard. I know he wants to knock out, and he keep holding his head down. Now, it was a lot of headbutts. Okay?
Yeah.
It was a lot of headbutts because the style that Baez was fighting, it was like pretty much rock and sock. I'm coming in there and trying to do what I can. All right.
Facts.
No finesse. No finesse at all. Just let's go in there and let me see, can I land something? And that's what he's trying to do. So that's how I took it. I think Vargas fought a good fight. He had the right idea. He had the right movement. But he could have stepped in and maybe a half a step, and the punches could have made a big difference. So that's how I looked at it.
Yeah, Ray Vargas. He's a champion at 122 pounds. This is his debut at 126. He was coming off of a 2-year layoff. He hadn't fought since 2019, so I wasn't expecting a whole lot of him. But he looked good. He looked sharp. He looked crisp. I come on here all the time and I complain about fighters not fighting to their height. He did a good job of that. But at 126, I mean, he's fighting a man that got knocked out by a 118 pounder. He was fighting Baez, who had already been stopped 3 times. So my immediate reaction is I worry about Vargas's power because he was hitting Baez with some nasty, clean shots. I worry about his power at the highest level because he's supposed to be a top contender, undefeated former champion. He's supposed to be challenging for championships. And when I look at the champions at 126 pounds, I don't know who he can beat. I don't know who he can beat because he has his chin up in the air. Baez just wasn't skilled enough to take advantage of him. Vargas, he doesn't like fighting on the inside. Like you talked about the headbutts. That's in all of his fights. That's in all of his fights that he gets a lot of headbutts because if you get inside on Vargas, he gonna try to clinch you or he gonna use the tactic of trying to turn his back to you to make the ref break y'all up so he can get back to trying to use his length. He literally he don't want to fight on the inside at all, OG. Like he just he can't stand it. He don't want to do it. And when you one dimensional like that, eventually these top level fighters, like, he ain't gonna keep Navarrete up off of him. He ain't gonna keep Navarrete. And Gary Russell gonna be too fast. He gonna be able to get inside all that shit. So and Ray Vargas and Gary Russell was supposed to fight. That fight was confirmed for earlier this year. So I don't know what the hell happened to that. When I saw Ray Vargas on this card, I was very surprised. That was my thoughts when I saw him on the card. But his performance, great performance, 2-year layoff. You did your thing, man. I would just say he got to get some inside skill. If he want to be champion at 126, that just trying to fight to your height and stuff, somebody gonna get inside of that shit eventually. And so I'm sure the champions are looking at him like, oh, that's an undefeated former champion. That's a nice name to have on the resume. Because right now, the current champion is at 126. The one he got a best shot to beat is Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz is the only one where I'm like, shit, that might be 50-50. Ray Vargas might get him because Santa Cruz got pillow fist. And he throw a bunch of punches and leave himself open. So maybe Ray Vargas can catch him and get the better of the exchanges. But those skilled and kind of powerful 126 pounders, the Navarretes, the Kid Gallaghers, the Gary Russell Jr.'s, I think Ray Vargas is food for all of those guys, bro. I think he's food for all of them. So, you know, it is what it is. Good performance by him. Hopefully he can stay busy because I don't know what it is with these championship level fighters like him that just can't find a way to stay busy. Like, we got prospects and contenders that fought 5 times in 2020 and fought 7 times this year, and this man ain't fought since 2019. Like, why, bro? Why, bro? Like, you going from 122 to 126. Shit, is that hard to acclimate 4 pounds?
Right.
This your first. You couldn't fight this fight in 2020. Baez wasn't available. He was available for Caraballo because that's who he fought. He was available for Cano's guy Caraballo, but he wasn't available for you. A bigger paycheck. I'm sure he was available, bro. Why you over here styling your career like that? So we'll see what's next from him. You know, I want to see him fight a champion and see what he really got or a top contender. But Vargas, I don't know if he'll be a multiple division champion. I don't know if he has what it takes at 126 to capture one of those crowns. Maybe wait on somebody to vacate or some shit. I don't know. Maybe somebody vacate a belt, then he can fight for a vacant belt or something. But even then, shit, if he fight the wrong contender, he could get his issue. Co-main event, y'all. We almost there. Get the likes up. We got Anthony Durrell and Marcos Hernandez, and then we gonna get to the main event of the evening. So get the likes up. Smash on that like button. Cash App's down on the screen. Super chat button. Show some love to the grind, man, and show that you are here. At least do what's free and smash the like button. Cassandra Mason, I see you just came in. Salute to you. Make sure I got everybody. I think I got everybody in the building so far. So yeah, man. Anthony Durrell, Marcos Hernandez. I'll go first on this one. Okay. Very short fight. Did exactly what I expected. Marcos Hernandez, we're talking about a guy that came in with 4 losses, and he's only 1 fight removed from fighting a prospect that he beat, but a prospect. You don't go from prospect to top level and think that you're gonna do anything. You know what I mean? Like Anthony Durrell, he got 2 losses. And he only been knocked out 1 time, and that was by David Benavidez, and he was fighting good in that fight until he got stopped. So we know what Anthony Durrell is. Even though he's 37 years old, he does everything in the boxing ring good, not great, but everything good, and he can fight. Very good power, very good skills, and they don't call him the dog for no reason. Like, you ain't just gonna get him out of there. You know what I mean? So he did what I expected. He threw an uppercut that came from hell somewhere. That uppercut came from down where the damn dinosaur bones and shit. I don't know, bro. He put Marcos Hernandez to sleep. Marcos Hernandez was damn, like, bro. He didn't even know he was asleep. He was trying to fight on the ground, bro. He was trying to fight. If y'all go back and watch the replay, when Durrell knocked him out, bro. When Durrell knocked him out, he did this right here, and he started doing this shit like he was trying to block or something. Like, bro, what you doing? He didn't know he was asleep, bro. He didn't know he was asleep. I was like, damn, bro, he did you bad in front of everybody, bro. This is the that's entertaining, y'all. And it's all jokes and stuff, and I'm glad he's okay and shit like that, right? But that's why when I say the card is trash, this is what I'm talking about. Like, no way. Like, Anthony Durrell, yes, bro, he can be the co-main event. But what was Marcos Hernandez doing there, bro? What was he doing in the co-main event, bro?
G. Parker said he got hit with a Cleveland bus driver
Bro,
uppercut.
bro, he got hit so hard, bro. How you still trying to fight? How you sleep and you still trying to fight though? That's what got me like, damn, bro, you still swinging. So like your mind is in it, but your body like, bro, we sleep. We knocked out. What you doing, bro? What you doing? The ref was like, nah, that's it, man. You got your ass. You got your ass whooped, bro. And I could tell like people, you know, that ain't really watching with an astute eye, they like, oh shit, Marcos Hernandez is doing good. But it's like every time Hernandez hit the rail would hit him in the same spot, and Hernandez would bag up. I was like, oh, he can't take that issue. He can't take that pressure he putting on his ass. Every time he would hit the rail head wouldn't move. He'd just be like, oh yeah, that's a good shot. But every time the rail hit him, his head just flying all over the goddamn play. I'm like, oh yeah, he about to stop his ass.
Yeah.
He about to stop him, and that's what I picked. So shit, he did his thing, man. But what you got on that fight, man? It was entertaining. It wasn't a close fight, but it was an entertaining one, man. What you got on that fight?
Yeah, it was. You know, and like I said, you know, Anthony Durrell, they start off great in the first round, and like I said, like you said, he would have he Rodriguez was pretty much game for it, you know, and I thought he was doing great in the first round. You know, I said, oh man, he came to fight tonight, I think, you know, but then again, you know, Durrell hit him with a nice body shot. He took it and he gave it back, right? And Durrell said, okay, he started smiling, and then Durrell started feeling his power, I think. And so he started taking more chances. Now, when you feel it,
like, oh man, David Benavidez beat the shit out of me. What you
right? You know,
soft.
exactly. So you know, when a fighter feels your power, he said, okay, well, I can take this. So you start taking more chances, and that's what Anthony Durrell did. He said, you know, now everybody knows that you cannot throw an uppercut too far away. Why? You get countered. Okay, now Anthony Durrell, he is tall and he's rangy. He got a nice reach, and that's what he did. He didn't throw it too far away, and he wasn't too close. He was right on point. I mean, I couldn't throw an uppercut no better than that, because and now keep in mind, Anthony Durrell is 37 years old, and I always say when you're at 37 years old as a boxer, your career start winding down. All right, if you haven't made it by then, you're not going to make it. All right, because this is a young man sport. I mean, just facts. Just a young man sport. But Anthony Durrell, that's why he did the backflip and everything, because you know they wrote him off as a has-been. Some people say, "Oh,
yeah, he just took a loss, and then he got that draw against Kyron Davis, so it looked like he was fighting his way out the sport. You know, you start losing, start getting draws, they'll get your ass up out of there real quick.
Exactly, and you're right, and Rodriguez, he was pretty much he slapped on that because you know, when you're a talented fighter, because he don't have that many fights on his belt like Durrell had, but still in all, your defense, I keep telling everyone, your defense is your offense, and his defense wasn't tight enough and standing in front of Anthony Durrell. First of all, he's standing straight in front of him. That's a no. Keep your head off that line. All right. Now, and Durrell, he timed it perfectly. He banged with the left. And that was nothing but a throwaway. And then he came with the uppercut, wham, and hit it right there on the chin. And he went night. And you're right. He thought that when he woke up from that knockout, he still was kind of leery. So he thought he was still standing up, and he was still trying to punch. You know, the referee like, okay, wait a minute, slow down, hold up, dude, wake up. All right, wake up.
But referee should have like that, had that smelling salt in their pocket or some shit, man, to help these brothers wake up when they be down like that, man.
Right. Remind me of the guy that Deontay Wilder knocked out. You know, he started jumping on the damn floor mat or something, you know, and that, you know, it's not funny because fighters get injured like that. Fighters brain damage like that. You know, thank God that he's all right. We can laugh about it today. You know,
that's the only reason, because he's okay.
Right, he's okay. But you know, he shouldn't have been in there in the first place.
Nah, not with Durrell, man. It's you are not on my level. Like he's not on his level, bro. He just wasn't.
I'm sorry. Anthony Durrell been in there with Sakabika. and that was some rough fight. I mean, the rematch was rough, and the first fight was rough. I mean, it was just like the WWB, whatever they call it, wrestling. That's what
Yeah,
it
the
was.
wrestling, WWE,
Right.
yeah.
And Anthony Durrell is a dog. He is a dog for real. And
Facts.
so he still had that mindset. And last night, and he can take a punch too and give one.
Yeah,
So
you can take a
yeah.
punch. Cassandra, money went through a whole thing of Patron last night. I think he done celebrate. He getting ready for the Rams, the second best team in the NFC, because the Cowboys are the first best team. He getting ready for them this weekend. Let's see. So, Jada, Nivea, hey, my daughters, how y'all doing, sweeties?
Hey,
So
never. She said, "Hey, Dad, and salute to KQKC."
yes,
All right,
sir, yes, sir.
all right.
See Wood, what's up, bro? St. Louis Mix, what's good, man? So listen, bro. Canelo Alvarez versus Caleb Plant. That's what we're here for. That's what we got to talk about. When we got a long time. Look, listen, y'all. Stormy B Man's not going live today. We gonna rock out, and listen. You got something on the topic that you want to bring to the forefront. Put it in the chat. We'll try to get to it. But we about to break this thing down. Talk about these fighters. Talk about what's next, man. And we about to get it, man. We about to get it. Listen, real quick, Anthony Durrell. Shit, I want to see him fight somebody like Ronald Ellis.
I'll be right
I
back.
want to see him and Ronald Ellis mix it up, or like those people on the same level. Or we can see Anthony Durrell versus Caleb Plant. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Salute to Anthony Durrell, but main event time. KQKC had to run off. So we about to talk Canelo and Plant, and I'll go first. Listen, a lot of y'all had Plant winning this fight, bro. A lot of y'all did, and salute to him. He fought hard. He showed confidence, and he showed that he was there to win, bro. He showed he was there to win. So I like that he kept that same energy all the way through the fight. But I told y'all, man, like you could tell Caleb Plant had the skills, but it was evident he didn't have the experience against top level competition. And salute to my son Trey, just came through. You could tell he didn't have the experience against top level competition. Plant didn't look as slick against Canelo as he did against other fighters. He didn't look as fast against Canelo as he did with other fighters. And I told y'all the body work and patience would be the key in that fight. And Canelo, when he started bagging some rounds early, I was like, oh shit, Plant in trouble, bro. Plant in trouble, because like he needed to get 4 of the first 5 rounds to have a shot in this fight. But when I looked up and they were going tit for tat, and I'm like, shit, Plant won round 1, but then Canelo won round 2, and then Plant won round 3, but then Canelo, a lot of y'all might not like this. Canelo won every round after round 3, bro. Every round. I gave Caleb Plant 2 rounds, the whole fight. And it's because of the body work of Canelo, and Plant's shoulder roll ain't broke. But I keep telling people, bro, Floyd Mayweather is not a style, bro. These fighters get into this shit and they try to do this shoulder roll shit. And Plant kept getting caught with left hook after left hook after left hook. And I'm like, bro, you don't have your hand in the right place. He's catching you, fam. He's catching you with this left hook to the body and this left hook up top, and you're not as fast, bro. Like, you're a good boxer with good skills. You landed some good counter shots off of that shoulder roll, but that shit ain't going to deter Canelo, bro. His chin is like made of, I don't
concrete.
know. Yeah, like Mexican vibranium. Like, I don't know, bro. His chin made of some shit. Like, that shit not going to deter him, bro. And he wore on Caleb Plant mentally. He wore on him physically. And if my wife is still here, if she ain't went back to sleep, bro, I promise y'all I'm not just saying this. I looked over to her at the end of round 10. I said, Caleb Plant legs gone. He about to get knocked out in this round. I promise y'all I'm not lying to y'all. I said, his legs are gone. He about to get knocked out. She said, well, what are you talking about? I said, he ain't moving no more. He just standing still, standing right in front of Canelo Alvarez. He about to get his ass knocked out because he's tired.
Yeah.
She's like, no, he doing good. I'm like, all right, just watch. Sure enough, that man caught him with that left hook, right hand behind it, put him down. Plant jumped up. I'm like, oh, he got like 1 minute. He got like a minute and a half, 2 minutes left, and there she go. I ain't lying. Trust me, she's very competitive. I ain't lying, bro. I said, man, he about to get knocked out. And she ain't know what the hell I was talking about. She thought it was still a close fight. I said, oh, he done. Because that body work, bro. When you got a fighter that's gonna go to your body and that can hit hard like Canelo, that shit is hard to deter. You got to stand and fight. And Caleb Plant, that like let's get this out the way too. That pity pat jab shit running around the ring, that shit not gonna work. Okay, if you just gonna try to pity pat around the ring, jabbing, throwing the right hand behind it, not sitting down on your punches, that shit ain't working with Canelo Alvarez, bro.
No.
He's going to get to you because he goes to the body so well. While he don't cut off the ring with his feet, he cut off the ring with his body work. Because guess what? Come round 5 or round 6, he ain't got to go chasing for you no more because your ass ain't running around no more. Because he done went to your body the whole goddamn fight. And so, like, say what you want about him. I know a lot of people don't like him. I know a lot of people got their issues with him. I'm not the biggest fan of Canelo. You can go check my track record, bro. I got on to him for Andrade at 154. I get on to him for fucking Charlo at 160. I don't like him going up at 175 to fight fucking Kovalev when there's other champions that we know didn't look as bad as Kovalev, bro. I don't like that it looks like, oh, bro, you waited on Benavidez to lose his shit on the scale, and now you want to be undisputed at 168. I don't like none of that shit. But what I have to admit and what I have to say is he can fight his ass off. He's undisputed. He deserves full credit for that shit. And I want to see what's next for him because the man can fight, bro. The man can fight, and he did his thing last night. And let me get to this super chat, OG, and then it's on you. G Parker, that redhead is certified. It's a reason he's the face of boxing. Man, he showed up and showed out, bro. He showed up and showed out. And see, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I understand, bro. I totally 100% understand what you're saying. But KQKC alluded to this, and I'm going to let him go. They got VADA testing, bro. He didn't test positive. You know what I'm saying? He did not test positive. He went through the whole VADA program, and he did his thing, bro. He did his thing. And then also, like, if we do that, I'm sure a lot of y'all like Evander Holyfield, right? I'm sure a lot of y'all like Evander Holyfield. I like Evander Holyfield. So if we start doing this for Canelo's whole career, let's keep in mind, Holyfield tested positive. He tested positive. So what we gonna do? We gonna throw out his great career too? Canelo tested positive one time. He hasn't tested positive since. Now he tests positive again. I'm all over his ass like white on rice, bro. I promise y'all. And I'm not a huge fan, but I'm real, and I got to give y'all the objective truth. And the objective truth is he beat the shit out of Caleb Plant last night, bro. And a lot of people said it was gonna be. I thought it would be his toughest fight at 168. That was proven to be correct in my opinion. But I still thought he'd be too much because fighting Figgin Boots, bro, fighting Uskaktuki, fighting Truax at 38 years old, while this man is fighting undefeated world champions and he fighting 4 times in 1 year, while you fighting 2 times in 2 years, bro, you're not beating him like that, bro. You got to be active. You got to already be tested and fought top competition. And yeah, Roy Jones done data tested positive. James Toney, Shane Mosley, like we got, like, come on, y'all, like we throwing their careers out. We just can't do that shit. So great performance by him. Made history, first Mexican undisputed champion, first ever super middleweight undisputed champion, and he gets his flowers today, man. He gets his flowers. Great performance for him. But what you got on that fight, OG? What's your thoughts on the Canelo Alvarez Caleb Plant fight? Because I got some follow-up questions and some things and stuff I want to talk about, but just give your overall assessment of the fight if you could, sir.
Well, first of all, it was an exciting fight. Everybody was waiting on it. We did about 18,000 views or whatever. But did it play to the hype? And I say yes, it did. Okay, because both guys did a great job. Now, of course, Canelo Plant did what we thought he would do: use that boxing experience, using that ring IQ. But like you alluded to, also, he's not Floyd Mayweather. Okay, now everybody think you tuck your shoulder in, you're doing a shoulder roll. No, it don't work that way. All right, it's a precision to that. All right, and not everyone can do it. Can't everyone emulate that? All right, now don't listen to Bernard Hopkins. All right, talking about it's like a turtle. You're supposed to tuck your, and fuck that. No, it's not. Okay, now everybody can't do it. Now, don't be a Floyd Mayweather, be a Callum Plant, be a Canelo Alvarez, be a Shakur Stevenson, be who you are. All right, you set the pace, you set your tone. All right, you set the style. All right, and what Plant did last night, he did everything correctly. But it wasn't hard. He didn't hit Canelo with anything to deter him from coming in. What Canelo do? He came down and tried to fight small with the earmuffs on and still walked him down. Now, of course, Plant used that lateral movement. He used that back and forth, counterclockwise, clockwise, but it wasn't enough because Canelo Alvarez, he knows how to cut off the ring now. He'll stand right there in front of you. Now, of course, Plant, he'll use a little measuring, measure, then he'll pop that little jab. That don't do shit. Okay, trust me. Not against
Fact.
no one like Canelo Alvarez. That don't do anything. Then he'll pop off the stick one, then hit him with a right and do a lateral movement. No, that scores. Yes, that is points. If he touch him, that's points. Yes, but that doesn't do anything against Canelo Alvarez. We talking about a man that has a concrete chin. All right, we talk about a man that's not 21 anymore. Okay, he's 7 years. 7 years went by, and he's been learning, learning, learning. Now, of course, Canelo Alvarez, he's just strong. He's not tall, but he's strong. All right. Now, and don't tell me that Canelo Plant decided that I'm gonna stop moving and stand here and fight. No, that wasn't his choice. He had to do that. Why?
Mhm.
Because his legs wasn't there anymore. All right, the legs wasn't there anymore because no body shots. Them body shots will hurt your legs once he suck them in there good. Now, of course, Canelo was pretty much jumping in with the left hand. Then he was going downstairs with the left hand. He was going upstairs with the left hand. And Kellen Plant shaking his head and saying, no, 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 that hurt. Yes, 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 that did hurt. All right. But of course, you're trying to play to your opponent and say, okay,
Mhm.
no, that didn't hurt. But it did hurt. All right. And of course, Canelo hit the right idea, but Callum Plant, he tied him up right there, right? Because Callum Plant was trying to use his angles, but Canelo got that left hand in there and finna shoot him with the right, but he hold on to that right hand, that left hand, so he couldn't let it go. All right. Then here we go. He walking him down, then he caught him with the left and caught him with the right. Now, here's the problem that I had a problem with. You kept leaning on the ropes. Canelo is very good at putting on the earmuffs, coming small, and moving you back. Moving you back. Callum Plant cannot move Canelo back. Canelo was the aggressor. He was pushing you back. He was pushing
Mhm.
Canelo. He was pushing Plant in the corner against the ropes. And the ropes, that's his bread and butter right there. The ropes. Canelo can go up top. He can go downstairs. He can go upstairs. He can go to the kidney. He go to right, left kidney. He go down to the stomach. All right. Those his bread and butter. And you know how the crowd was. It was pro Canelo. So everything he threw, everybody, wow, wow, wow. All right. But the judge didn't play no part in this fight. So that didn't matter. That didn't matter.
Mhm.
Now, what happened was the ultimate finish was within this fight was stamina. Was stamina. Now I will tell
Facts.
you this: Knockout Boxing 86 TV. He did a breakdown on this fight this past week, and he told you all stamina. Both guys, stamina is bad, but one is a little bit better than the other one, and you seen that last night. You seen that last night. Canelo, yes, he worked for it. He worked for it, no damn doubt about it,
Yeah,
because
he had to work.
he was breathing hard like a motherfucker. He was breathing hard, but Callum Plant was breathing harder. Why? Because Canelo Alvarez, he is stronger, and the body shots was pretty much stronger too. Like I
Mm.
say, Callum Plant, that little measuring and sticking out there, and yeah, that looks good. All right, that looks perfect, right? But it don't do shit. All right, not to Canelo Alvarez. And Canelo Alvarez finished, and he finished in high fashion. So when he got hit with that right hand, all right, Callum Plant fell down, and of course, that strength from Canelo Alvarez, that ring IQ for Canelo Alvarez, we all know, if we know boxing, when you're leaning forward, when you're leaning down, you're receptacle to a what? A uppercut. And
Uppercut.
that's what happened.
Facts. Yeah.
We saw 2 uppercut finishes last night, and Canelo Alvarez main event was one. So hey, I take my hat off to Canelo Alvarez, and he did what he had to do. He was in top shape because we were talking about the 11th
Yep.
round, but he had the fresher legs. So that's my take on it.
Yeah, let me and teach. I've been seeing you, bro, and obviously you know it's all love, but here's the thing, bro. You say my opinion on this fight. I had planned up 6-4 going to the 11th. Canelo's body shots was not getting through Canelo's um success was with his head shots. Plant nullified his body shots through 10. And then I seen you typing some other stuff about body shots not working and all that stuff. Here's what I say, bro. If the body shots weren't getting to Caleb Plant and they weren't hurting him, bro, he would still have his legs. Like that kills that argument right there, in my opinion. Teach, like, and you know it's all love, bro. But if body shots aren't affecting you, you don't slow down. You keep moving. You still have your foot movement. And Plant slowed down because the body shots were affecting him. He did not move round 6 through round 10 the way that he did in rounds 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like, he just looked different. So the body shots, in my opinion, were hurting him. And if you look at the fight in its totality, obviously they were hurting him, or he wouldn't have got knocked out, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't have got knocked out. Like, he wouldn't have been up against the ropes. He would have kept moving. Like, he didn't go to the ropes because he wanted to. He didn't stand in front of Canelo because he thought he was the harder puncher. He stood in front of Canelo because he had no choice, because those body shots were getting to him, bro. So that would be my thing to that. And then, bro, like, no disrespect, but I gave Plant 2 rounds, bro. Round 1 and round 3. I don't know how you scored the fight 6-4 for Plant. Hey, you saw what you saw. I saw what I saw. We can agree to disagree on that one, but it's clear to me, like, at the very least, what I think we should all in this chat agree to is that the body shots did damage, bro. Like, we can't say that the body shots weren't affecting a man who lost his legs, who showed to be very, very tired, who stopped moving and stood in front of a fighter, and it wasn't his game plan to stand in front of the fighter. You don't do that shit unless your legs are gone. Now, I want to ask you this, KQKC, because Coach brought this point up.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I got Benavidez over everybody at 168. So I want to segue it into this question right here. Right now, Canelo Alvarez. I ain't saying who you picking to beat him, because we don't do fake breakdowns and predictions. Who you think got the best shot? You can have anybody from 160 to 175, because we would assume some 160 pounders would obviously be willing to go up to fight Canelo, and some 175 pounders, that'll be the next logical step for Canelo if he moves up, or those guys might be willing to come down and meet him at a catch weight or some shit like that. So from 160 to 175, who got the best shot to you to beat Canelo Alvarez?
Wow, that's a good one. Because see, if you say David Benavidez is robotic. Okay, he doesn't have a lot of foot movement. All right, he just straight come forward and throw punches. Yes, he throws hard. He throws to the body, but you're not gonna see a lot of movement from him. Not at all. You're not gonna see a lot of lateral movement. He just right there for the taking. You got a Jamal Charlo. Jamal Charlo, yes, he does move. He used that ring. He used all that ring. And of course, as you know, when I call fights, Jamal Charlo throws that 1-2. Right? That's his bread and butter, that 1-2. But you got to go to the body with Canelo Alvarez. You're going to have to hit him with something that's going to pretty much stop him. Now, I'm going to say Charlo has the best shot right now in stopping Canelo Alvarez. Now, I'm not saying he's going to win. I just say I think he has the best shot right
Yeah, that was
now,
the question. I got you.
out of all of them. Okay, out of all of them. Now, I do have one more player in the game, and that's Benavidez. Benavidez, I think, is pretty much is running a close second. Second. I think he has a shot also, beating Canelo Alvarez. Now, but Charlo really right now, he has the strength, he has the height, he has the lateral movement, he's more athletic, and right now, I think that'd be a good fight.
So. Yeah, my answer to that question, man, it's gonna be a name I'm sure a lot of y'all know, but y'all aren't expecting. To me, the fighter that has the best shot to beat Canelo Alvarez, Zerto Ramirez, bro. Zerto Ramirez. That's the
Mm.
that's that's that
Mm.
that's the guy. That to me, that's the guy. His work rate, he has above average power, and Zerto Ramirez got very good boxing skills, and he ain't taking a step backwards, bro.
Okay.
See, to me with Charlo, like I think Charlo got the skills, he got the talent. I don't like what I've been seeing from him lately, bro. Like, and you gotta live, eat, sleep, drink, dream boxing when you going up against Canelo, because that's what he do, bro.
Yeah.
That's what he do. He box. It's no boxing, no life. That's his slogan, bro. It's no boxing, no life. Like Zerto Ramirez, he the one to me. He big, he's strong. And he got what it takes, in my opinion. And salute to Teach. You said respect the grind, all opinions. Respect to you too, Teach. I appreciate
Mm.
that in that super
Mm.
chat. But yeah, man. So for me, I gotta say Zerto because of work rate and because
Mm.
he has so much experience, and he's just, to me, he got the best shot. Like, better BF too slow to me. People saying David Benavidez, he square up too much, bro. Like I don't think that whole offense as your defense shit,
Mm.
like where you throw a bunch of punches and you throw a bunch of combinations, like at some point, you can't walk through everybody. And that's what Dave Benavidez has been doing his whole career, bro. He just walked through dudes, like through attrition, through hand speed, through beating people up in power. Like, I'm sorry, we 60-something fights in through Canelo Alvarez. I, I don't see nobody walking through him. That's a bad style. I think Dave Benavidez gets counterpunched into oblivion fighting against Canelo. Canelo didn't have to counterpunch Caleb Plant because Caleb Plant wasn't sitting on anything. So Canelo just walked to him and beat him up. He didn't have to show his counterpunching ability. But let's not forget, that man can counter your ass into oblivion if you leave yourself open. Benavidez square up and leave himself too open for me. So to me, Zerto Ramirez is a much more disciplined boxer. He got very good power his damn self, and he throw a lot of punches. And to me, he would have the best shot, bro. I had to give Zerto Ramirez the best shot to beat Canelo Alvarez. So
Now he supposed to be fighting on December 18th. L
I
Dub
can't wait.
saying.
Yeah, I can't wait to
Yeah.
watch him. And L Dub be
Yeah.
on it. L
Yeah.
Dub be on it. L Dub be knowing
I
the
gotta
fights
watch
before they
it.
happen. He got some fun. He got like a lab coat with like a secret formula or some shit. And he be looking at rankings and shit. And he be like, oh, he about to fight this person. Then like next week, the fight be announced. He be like, man, what the hell, bro? All right.
Yeah.
Good job by you, bro.
But I want to see this, since you said that, I want to see, I have seen him fight before, but now, you really want to watch when hear
OG,
stuff
he can
like that.
fight.
Yeah.
You gonna like his style too. It's like
Mhm.
let me see. Give a good example. So it's similar to Earl Spence in this regard, right? I don't think he fight nothing like, but it's similar in this regard to where he throws a lot of punches. They all ain't a 10, but they like a 8. So
Uh,
they all they hard. It's fluidity to his style, and he tough. He gonna keep coming at you, and he not gonna stop. You either gonna get beat up for 12 rounds, or he gonna stop you because you can't take what he bringing, bro. And he not backing down. And he's it's textbook with his defense. Like, you ain't finna see his shoulder rolling shit. You ain't gonna see him flashing back and throwing counter punches. It's gonna be walking your ass down behind my high guard. Good
mhm.
educated feet to jump in and out of range, and I'm throwing some punches on your ass. I'm going to the body. I'm going to the head, and I'm not gonna stop. I'm not
Okay.
gonna stop. Like that. That's his style. He can really, really, really fight. I want to switch it to Caleb Plant a little bit though. So what did you learn anything new about Caleb Plant last night? Anything? Do you think he can be champion again? Do you think he needs to go up to 175? What's your assessment of Caleb Plant right now?
Now, right now, I think Cannon Plant needs to stay where he at. I don't think he need to go up to 175 because he just don't have the punching power. All right. Now, the higher weight classes you go, the harder they hit. And right now, as long as Canelo Alvarez is there right now, but once he move up, or if he move up, I'm most likely he probably will, since he unified the titles. But still, I think Plant need to stay there, and he gonna have to work on his inside game. Get away from that shoulder roll, all right? Because it's not working because you're leaving your face open. All right, because if you a southpaw and you got that left shoulder there, you leaving that left side wide open. Sure, you can hold the phone here, but he doesn't. All right, so but he need to work on a few things. Okay, yes, he does use that lateral movement well. Nothing wrong with that ring generalship. Now, of course, when he throwing the jab, when he throwing the 1-2, right, they don't have nothing on it. It looked good, but it doesn't have anything on it. So what he's gonna have to do is learn how to sit down on the punches when to sit down on the punches. You're not gonna sit down on the punches every time you throw. Now he does have a great jab. Matter of fact, I thought the jab was working last night.
Yeah, it was.
And yeah,
Especially
yeah,
early.
exactly. That's why I said, man, Plant got stay on that jab. That's all I do. But see, guys that with good jabs, they tend to get away from it. I don't know why, but then they tend to get away from maybe about 3 rounds, maybe 4 rounds. Like Deontay Wilder, he didn't stay on that jab like he should have after he fought remains to burn. He was popping that stick that time. He won like 3 rounds off of jabs. But now you got fighters like Calvin Plant. He working that jab, he working it, trying to measure it, but that doesn't do anything for a heavy puncher, a guy with a heavy chin. It doesn't work. Now, of course, he can be a champion again if you fight the right type of people, right type of fighters. But Canelo Alvarez, like I said, he walked him down and he just was up against a stronger fighter. You can't cut it this way or that way. All right.
Yeah.
And what the mistake was and what the narrative was out there is that Floyd Mayweather beat him, and everybody was comparing that Floyd Mayweather fight to Callum Plant.
Told y'all not to do that shit. Go ahead, OG.
Right. And what happened was he failed. All right. He failed the test. You know why? Because Canelo Alvarez was 21 years old. And Callum Plant, Canelo Alvarez was 21 years old, and Callum Plant is no Floyd Mayweather. All right. Now
that fighter don't exist, bro. The next Floyd Mayweather ain't here yet, bro.
Exactly.
Like he don't exist yet. Go ahead, OG. I keep trying to tell people that was they kept coming back at me, bro. Floyd Mayweather did this, Floyd Mayweather did that. Shit, bro. He's not a style. You can't go in there. You can't go in there and fucking beat him. Go ahead, OG.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I alluded to a good example that when you're a boxer. Well, I'm not going to go back through it, but you can look at my live stream on I think with Thursday or Friday. That you have to grow, and Canelo grew. All right. He's not that 21-year-old kid anymore. All right. He learned different things by fighting different fighters. No matter how good they was, no how bad they were, he learned. He learned how to move. He learned how to pick his feet up. He learned how to use his head movement. You know how he do this and everything. No, at first he just was slow with his hands. He's quick with his hands now. Okay. So you can't compare Floyd Mayweather. He's not fighting Floyd Mayweather last night. He was fighting Callum Plant. Now, Callum Plant was trying to, give him that shoulder roll, and somebody probably told him, hey, fight like Floyd. As a matter of fact, I think he had a talk with Floyd. Give him that shoulder. But you leave yourself open on the right side. And that's what Canelo was doing his work with. That left hand was Canelo Alvarez bread and butter. So, but Plant gonna have to still keep that same style, keep that lateral movement, and keep that jab. But next time, snap that jab, snap it, right, and bring it back because something coming back. It's called a counter punch. It's called a counter punch, and that's what he have to do. All right.
Yes, sir.
And so that's how I look at Counter Plant, and fight your fight. Don't try to fight somebody else's fight that fought him. All right. You got to fight the way you fight, so and what got you there to be champion? What got you there to be the IBF champion? That's what you have to do.
Facts. Yeah. And salute to Ike, man. Ike, I always see you in my comments, man, showing love to the channel. And I'm glad you were able to catch a live show too. We go live together every Sunday morning, man, 9 a.m. So if this is when you have time, check us out. You need to subscribe to KQKC Boxing Network as well, man. He does a great job over there. He goes live every day around lunchtime here, 12:30 Central Standard Time, and plus he drop content every day as well. So subscribe to him because we switch channels. We do our live show together every single Sunday morning. And salute to you in the super chat. It says salute KO Boxing 86 TV, best/entertaining breakdowns on YouTube and good vibes all around. And glad I caught the show live. We glad you caught it too, my brother.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
for coming
Good.
through
Yeah.
in that super chat, man. And yeah, y'all get the likes up. I know, like, so I got like 60 something likes, but I got 60 something people in here, man. I know all y'all ain't smashed the like button, bro. I know y'all haven't, bro. Salute to Butter B, salute to ABN, CJNG, Hit Squad, salute to you, bro. Boxing Yoda, what's good? So yeah, thoughts on Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant, I like you were saying, Floyd Mayweather, we gotta make our mind up, right? So as boxing fans, we'll all say Floyd Mayweather is a once in a lifetime talent. He's a once in a generation talent, one of the greatest fighters of all time. But then in the next breath, you'll hear people say, just do what Floyd did. Fight like Floyd. Like, it can't be both. If he's a generational talent and he's a generational fighter, people can't just fight like him, bro. You got to give him
Not
that
that. I'm sorry.
respect.
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
I appreciate that. All right. I appreciate that. Yes.
Oh
sir.
yeah. He do his thing, man. You gotta subscribe to him. So
Yeah,
you can't do that, bro. You can't just go be what Floyd was. And salute to CJNG Hit Squad in that super chat, man. I appreciate you. Didn't even say nothing, just show some love, man. So thank you. But you can't fight like Floyd because he's Floyd, bro. And I kept, when we were doing the build up and we were doing the breakdown and we were doing the prediction, all the great brothers that came through and gave their breakdowns and gave their prediction, that was a common thing that I kept hearing. Well, Floyd Mayweather did this. Caleb Plant can just do this. He just got to pop his jab. He just got to. I'm like, bro, he don't have no disrespect to him. He's a good fighter. But Floyd Mayweather was a great fighter, bro. Beyond great, because he beat other great fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like, Caleb Plant ain't never showed us that. So for me, that was my main worry. And honestly, that was the main reason. It wasn't skills, it wasn't intangibles, because I thought he had the confidence, I thought he had the heart, I thought Caleb Plant had the grit. I think he has very good boxing skills that could trouble Canelo, but experience is the best teacher. You know what I mean? Like, I learned a lot of my life and a lot of the things that I do through experience, not because of what somebody showed me or what somebody told me. He just didn't have the experience to fuck with Canelo. Excuse my language if my kids are still watching. And so what I learned about Caleb Plant is he got heart, is that he got grit, he got determination, he gonna walk it like he talk it. And I always knew he had good boxing skills, but he needs to fight. If he wants to be champion again, I think he has the skills to do it. Bro, your next fight need to be against somebody like Ronald Ellis, bro. Your next fight need to be against somebody like Anthony Durrell, bro. You can't be fighting dudes who ain't never fought out their country in figging boots, bro. You can't be fighting old ass former champions like Caleb Truex at 37, 38 years old. I know Durrell is 37, but that's where he at. Like, he's better. He's more live to me. He beat Truex, if I remember correctly. Anthony Durrell already beat Truex. So you need to be fighting guys like that. Ronald Ellis gave David Benavidez a great fight. You need to be fighting guys like that if you're going to really work your way back up to being champion. You can't go back to soft touches, because that shit not going to get you ready. And he wasn't ready for the experience. And honestly, bro, the talent level of Canelo Alvarez, like, all of a sudden he wasn't as fast in the ring. All of a sudden he couldn't elude punches as well. And he would have known that about himself and maybe been able to make better adjustments if he had already fought Benavidez and beat Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? And L-Dub says Ronald Ellis already got a fight. Well, shit, Caleb Plant needs some time off. Fight the winner of that fight against Christian and Billy and Ronald Ellis, bro. Like, he got to fight top-level fighters now. Mm-hmm. He has to, bro. And I hear people going back and forth about Plant's punching power. He got punching power. He just wasn't comfortable sitting down on this shit, bro. Canelo made him uncomfortable, and that's a credit to Canelo. Like, Plant can punch. He just wasn't sitting down on shit. He was in it when I first went in on my first soliloquy and my first little initial breakdown of what happened in the fight. I said he was pity patting and shit, and that's what I meant by that. If I didn't articulate that well enough, my bad. But when I say pity patting, that's what I meant, y'all. He wasn't sitting down on shit. He wasn't getting any leverage on his shots. He was literally looking like a man that, man, I got to keep this dude off me. I got to keep this dude off me. Like, it went from, I'm going to make it easier than y'all think. I'm going to walk to him sometimes. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that too. Oh, shit. Canelo's better than I thought he was. he hits harder than I thought he did. Now I'm in here just trying to pity pat and keep him up off me and move around the ring and survive. That's what it turned into, y'all. Like, no shade, no disrespect, but that's what the fight turned into, bro. And so if you Caleb Plant, you got to get to a point to where against top level fighters, you comfortable sitting down on your shit. You comfortable standing on your square. Canelo made him extremely uncomfortable, and it showed towards the back half of that fight. So what I want to see next from him, you want to be world champion, you gotta fight these top level fighters. I don't know if you'll get another shot against Canelo. So you probably have to wait for him to vacate the belts. But while you waiting on that, I don't want to see you fighting, bro. Inactivity kills all these fighters. Like, you 29 years old, Canelo 31. He got 60-something fights. You got 22 fights.
Right.
What we really talking about? You know what I mean? Like, we really, like, when we really just be objective and really look at all this shit, like, it's now that the fighters happen, it's kind of crazy to think Plant had a chance, right? Like, you got a fighter with 22 fighters, ain't never fought 22 fights, I should say, ain't never fought top competition a day in his life as a professional. And it's easy to do it hindsight, but KQKC and myself, we were telling y'all this before the fight happened. His experience was gonna be a problem. Canelo was just gonna be too much, and it proved to be true. In this fight, KQ, I want to get to this, man, because it's a great conversation, and I know you're a fan of Jamal Charlo.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait, I just want to
Yeah,
answer.
go ahead.
Seeing Hit
What did he
Squad.
say?
He wanted to know what KQ think that Plant did wrong.
Oh, let me
Okay.
find this.
Yeah, it's up there. I think it just went past.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
What did OG think Plant did? Oh, that's a great question. We'll answer that. You go
Okay.
first, OG, because he
Okay,
asked you,
yeah.
and then I'll
What I
back
think
up.
Plant did wrong, first of all, like I said, the shoulder. Okay, he was trying to do the shoulder roll, and of course, it wasn't done correctly, and he left himself open. He left himself exposed, and that's what Canelo was counting on. Canelo used the left hand. He used the right hand, used the left hand to pretty much get his right hand and left hand in on Canelo Plant right cheek. Okay, that's why it's the swelling. And now another thing he did wrong. Okay, he was working the jab. He was working the jab well, but he got away from the jab. Then he came back to the jab. But let's start over. The jab from the get-go wasn't nothing on it. Okay, what Counterplant did was he put the jab out there, but he pity patted with the jab. He pretty much just put it out there, and brought it back in. Then he hit him with a 1-2. Bam, that's it. Nothing on it. Nothing that say, hey, you're not going to walk in here on me like this. But Canelo kept on putting the earmuffs on, kept on fighting small, using his head movement, going back and forth, back and forth. Matter of fact, he started like jumping up in the ring like, oh, I'm in good shape. I'm feeling good because I'm winning this fight. All right. So that's what he was doing. Now he was trying to find this opening, and that's what Plant was trying to do, trying to get out the way. But besides using that lateral movement, see, sometimes you can use lateral movement too much. You can move too much. When you should be punching, sometimes you be moving. So what you need to do is punch first, then get out of there before the counter punch comes. Then, of course, Counter Plant was taking body shots. Now, of course, he wasn't protecting the body. He was protecting the head and the shoulder and upper. Now, Canelo Alvarez, we know he's a strong individual. We know he's a strong fighter. That broke Counter Plant down. He didn't stop moving because he was tired. He didn't stop moving because he didn't feel like moving. He wanted to take a break. No body shots. He had to stop moving. And then after that, okay, Canelo got you then. Because Canelo Alvarez, he wants you to stand right in front of him. Or he'll walk you down, or he'll walk you towards that corner, or he's going to walk you towards that rope. And once he got you either one, he's going to go ahead and work the body, go upstairs, go downstairs, upstairs, and downstairs. And that was the Plant downfall. All right? Because Canelo Alvarez went upstairs. Then he got hit upstairs because that shoulder don't go to the face, baby. All right, that shoulder only goes so far. All right, so that's what Canelo did. He used the left hand to go upstairs. Then he came back with the right. Then, of course, Plant always keeping his head down. Well, this head down pretty much paid off. All right, he pretty much paid off. And Canelo Alvarez used his strength, used his ring IQ, and hit him with an uppercut. Then that's what did it. That was it. He was hurt. He was staggered. He got up too fast. Always take an 8 count. Sit there, stand there, kneel there,
He
whatever.
tried, he tried to bounce up. He was a little bit embarrassed. It was the first time he been down in
Right,
his hole. He was like, "Shit,
right,
hold on, let me hop
right.
up. I'm good.
And
You ain't good, bro."
right. Then he staggered into the corner for a minute. Then he turned around and said, "Okay, I'm good." Because the referee didn't want to stop it like that, right? So he
Yeah.
said, "Okay, you good?" He said, "Yeah, I'm good." Now I would have said, "Wait, give me a minute, hold on, or something," or took a
Shit,
knee.
he probably would have stopped
You
the
know,
fight if he did that. He had to tell him he was good. He
well,
probably
yeah,
would have
that,
laid that shit off.
or maybe take a knee. And then he's really got to stand. Well, he was too late for that. But then
Yeah,
Canelo
yeah, he
just
had to
came
just
in.
either go out on his shit.
Right.
It sucks for him. He got hurt. It was still like 2 minutes left in the round, bro. Like
Right. Now
it
it
was
was like
2
2
minutes left in the
seconds.
round.
He could have, put up his guard and shield and let the bell take it and have room, time to get his hair straightened. But after that, man, Canelo just finished him off, and that was it. That's all she wrote.
Facts.
So that's what I think he did wrong.
Yeah, that was a great answer, and I'll make it short. CJNG hit squad because I want to keep the conversation going because it's such a great conversation. In short, the shortest way to say it, he never sat down on his punches enough to make Canelo respect him. That's what that's the main thing he did wrong, in my opinion. He couldn't get Canelo to reset and respect him, and Canelo just walked forward and dogged him the whole fight. Like the Triple G fight was so close, in my opinion, because Canelo respected his power. Triple G hit him with some shit to where Canelo was like, "Oh shit, this motherfucker, shit. All right, we in a fight," and he was able to have the success he was able to have because he got his respect. Caleb Plant never got his respect from a punching power perspective, in my opinion. That's the main thing he did wrong. ABN in that super chat, salute to you, ABN. He says, "I just saw the fight, but I got my money. My meds KO'd me. I watched the fight at 5 a.m. this morning. Plant, do not move up. Yeah, he need to stay at 168. He need to stay at 168 because I don't know what's up there for him at 175. He just needs to. This is what happens when you don't fight top level competition on your way up. You wait around and wait around and wait around for your moment against somebody like Canelo. I'm telling you, man, guys like Canelo Alvarez, guys like Earl Spence, guys like Terrence Crawford, these skilled high level pound for pound fighters, guys like Alexander Usyk. You know what I mean? You don't want to make. They don't need to be your first step up fight. Okay, when you get to them, you need to already have fought some top level competition for you to have a chance. And even then, they so good that shit might not be enough, but you definitely not gonna have a chance fighting hand-picked opponents, fighting older fighters that don't have a shot against you. You're not gonna have a chance against these top level fighters if you don't have experience fighting other top level fighters. It just don't work that way, bro. That's not how boxing is. Like it takes. Like, yeah, you can have all the skill in the world, but if you ain't never fought nobody that can make you make adjustments and have skills with you, then you're gonna be at a disadvantage when you go in there with these top level fighters.
Knockout. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I mean to interrupt you.
no,
Tim
this
Munzie.
your show too. This your
Okay,
show too. What you got?
okay, Tim Munzie. In that cash
Yes, sir.
app. Oh, app. I appreciate you, my brother. All right. Salute to you. All right. And thank you for the support. All right.
Oh
Okay. Go right
shit. You made me look at mine, Tim Muzzy. Appreciate you, bro, and that cash out, man. I didn't even know, but thank you, man. We appreciate the support. And again, like I've been telling y'all, we got 70 people in here. Smash the like button. I know all 70 of y'all ain't hit the like button, so y'all smash that like button for us. And the cash apps are rolling across the screen. Support KQKC. Support Knockout Boxing 86. We doing our hard work to try to bring you guys this boxing content. The other thing too, KQKC goes live every day. I don't. He goes live every day except Tuesday. For those y'all that are new in here, so you got to subscribe to KQKC Boxing Network.
I will be live Tuesday. I will be live Tuesday.
Oh, he's gonna be live this Tuesday. He's usually off on Tuesdays, but he go live every day. If you got a lunch break, he go live at 12:30 every single day. He calls the fights every weekend, man. Y'all got to check him out. He doing great work over there. For me, I do this live right here.
Saturday, knockout.
Oh yeah, and he's not gonna be calling on this Saturday, but he will be back calling on the following Saturday, and we'll be live on his platform Sunday morning. The other thing that we do, I go live on Wednesdays too at 7:30 p.m. So y'all keep supporting our channels. We want to keep growing. We want to keep bringing y'all this boxing content, and we want to become a staple in this shit, man. We want to do this shit for years and years and years to come. So y'all keep doing whatever support you can give us. If it's free, by hitting the like button. If you can donate to us, all of that's great as well. Ike, you had a question that you asked that I want. Oh yeah, Ike had to ask KQ. He said, do you think Plant is going to change his style now that the shoulder roll didn't work? Can he change his style? And I want KQKC to answer that question, Ike, because he made a great point earlier about you not being able to change your style. My short answer is hell no. He been doing this shit too long. But KQKC, go ahead and elaborate on that, because he's wondering if Plant can now go back to the drawing board and try to change his style to get a better defense or a different defense.
Well, he can't completely change his style because you cannot change your style that quick. All right. We had a young man over in the UK. He tried to change his style. He did, but it took him 3.5 years to change his style. Okay, so you can't change your style just like that when you've been boxing like that ever since you was a kid. But he can change that shoulder roll. He can pretty much put that shoulder down and pretty much use that defense. He's a orthodox fighter, so he can pretty much hold that foam and use that right hand and stand in an orthodox stand the correct way. And what makes it so good that he can change is because he has speed. He has speed. Now, if he put that speed and power together, then he might have something there. All right, because the shoulder roll is not working. Now, see, like I said, the shoulder roll, it works for Floyd Mayweather because Floyd Mayweather is a certain height. He can protect his body from the neck all the way down to the waist, because I have seen him done that in the DeMarcus Corley fight. You know, he knows how to do that. But Kellen Plant is not Floyd Mayweather. So, so now Kellen Plant, he can change his style. He can change, not completely whole style now, because you don't want to do that, because his lateral movement works perfectly. All right, he know how to get in and get out. He's a counter puncher too. That worked perfectly. You don't want to change that either. All right, but the shoulder roll, I think he'd get hit less if he stand right in a straight orthodox stance, and that's the only thing I think he can do.
Facts. Yeah. You can't change. I agree wholeheartedly. You can't change your style. It's just too. It's too hard to
James DeGale. That's who.
Like when you've been like he's 29, bro. He ain't some 13, 14-year-old fighter that just came in the gym. He's 29 years old. He kind of is who he is at this point. He can sit down on his punches better. He can put combinations together more, be more aggressive offensively. Those are things that I can see him adjusting and changing too. But it's kind of at 29, your defense is your defense, and your style is your style. If he try to change at this point in his career, it could go even worse for him, because you don't want to, like, he's at a level to where he's fighting a fighter. You don't want to be working on shit at the level that Caleb Plant is at, because he can't go back to like being a prospect and no shit. You know what I'm saying? He got to continue to fight world-class competition. You don't want to get in there like these guys ain't champion, but you get in there with Ronald Ellis, or you get in there with Anthony Durrell, and you trying to work on some shit, and you ain't really mastered that shit yet. You go ahead and try it and see how it work out for you. So I don't think that'll be wise. Dante Hall, what you talking about? Salute to you, Dante. I see he said, man, I let my heart go with my pick of Plant, but Plant didn't have enough power to keep Canelo at bay. But it was a good fight. That's why you gotta listen to KQ. That's why you gotta listen to me, bro. Look, when I feel like my heart is in a pick, I don't even do the pick, y'all. When I feel like I'm too biased, like I didn't do the Robson Caseo Oscar Valdez pick because I didn't like Oscar Valdez so much that I knew who I was gonna pick Caseo anyway, bro. I was gonna pick him anyway, and even though I felt like he won, I knew the judges would be crooked. I knew that they was gonna give Oscar Valdez that fight. If your heart is in it, man, try not to pick with your heart. You got to pick with your analytics and your objectivity, because that's gonna get you every time, man. Because you when you pick with your heart, shit, you picking who you want to win. So you're gonna find every excuse. You're gonna be looking at their film and shit. You're gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, he can do that. He can do that against Canelo. I'm picking him. I think he can do it. Nah, bro, you got to pick. You got to pick objectively when you're trying to make these picks. So I want to go to this, OG.
Okay, wait a minute. Read off from Hit Squad right there.
What did he say? He said,
the show, no, up.
Okay. I studied the shoulder roll for 5 years when I boxed. And 1 second you don't look dude back in your face, you in trouble. Plant was looking at the floor. I don't know what the hell for. He wasn't getting hit by the floor.
He watching
looking at the floor for, bro.
He looking at them body shots. Was they landing or not? So Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, man, that shit crazy. Ike says, LOL, before this channel, I would definitely pick with my heart. You can't do that, bro. Can't do that. You lose a lot of money. Let's see what Claudia Flores is talking about. She says, Plant's biggest mistake last night was he had a bad habit. Plant always ducks to his right side, and Canelo was just waiting to get that timing just right. That left from Canelo set it up. That's a great assessment.
Floyd Mayweather did the same thing. He always ducks to his right. If you
Mm-hmm.
watch Floyd Mayweather, Pretty Boy Floyd, Money Mayweather, he always dipped down to his right. You cannot emulate no fighter. Every
You
fighter is
can't, bro.
different. Every fighter is different. Height, reach, everything, weight, everything is different. Floyd always had that habit. He'd give you that turnaround body. He'd give you that back. He'd stand there and bend over to his right, always to his right. Go back and look at his fight, always
Mm-hmm.
to his right.
Yeah,
I
think
was a
about it.
former,
Like, what if you can't emulate people? What if I got up here and I started singing super chats? Y'all look at me like I'm crazy. Y'all be like, bro, why you still in K? You can't do it like KQ. What you doing, bro? You can't be KQKC up there. What are you doing, Naga? Y'all, it wouldn't come across right. You know what I'm saying? So everybody got to be themselves, bro.
yeah.
You gotta be themselves. And that's a great comment. Yeah, boxing. I've been saying that too. He ain't no style, bro. He's a once in a generation fighter. So I want to move to this. Because we've been talking Canelo a lot. And y'all, we going a little longer today because Storm B Man ain't live. So we got some time to just chop it up and talk a little boxing, which we rarely get to do. We got to cover the fights and get off. So I seen a comment earlier, KQ, and I know you're a huge fan, man. Should Jamal, I'm talking about Big Charlo, should he go ahead and fight Andrade, bro? Like, why we can't get Jamal Charlo to fight a top level 160 pounder, man? What's going on with your boy, man?
I'm gonna tell you straight up. Like I told you, I'm a fan first. All right, I don't have no vested interest in none of these guys. I'm having a hard time. I talk to Ronnie Shields all the time. Uh, uh,
Mm-hmm.
Jamal Charlo. Matter of fact, let's both of them. They don't want to let go that belt, that O. They don't want to let go that O. And this is a bad habit in boxing. And Jamal Charlo has that habit. He don't want to fight anyone that would threaten his championship belt, would threaten his undefeated record. I'm not going to blame Floyd Mayweather with this because Floyd Mayweather is not the reason why people want to go undefeated. All right. Now, if you are a true fighter, if you think you are the best, then you have to get your ass in there with the best. Now, if you lose a fight, that doesn't mean you're the worst boxer on earth. All right. That means that you wasn't the better fighter that night. That's it. But Jamal Charlo, he has this complex about himself. That's why I always tell Ronnie, why don't you get him a PR person? Someone that can speak for him because they say some crazy nonsense shit. And hey, like I told you, I just tell it like it is. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And they say some nonsense stuff that, you know what? You fight Demetrius Andrade. Okay, well, are you scared? Because Demetrius Andrade, he was a boxing fool in the amateurs and when he first turned pro. Now, of course, we know about the Rock Nation debacle. We know about the other debacle with the other promotional company, and so right now he's with the Zone. So why don't you make that deal? Now he did walk away from the Zone. Now, why did he walk away? Because he said the money wasn't right, but the money was right. But he has that O. He don't want to let go that O. And that's a complex. That's a personal issue. Hell, that's a mental issue because
Yeah.
you scared that somebody gonna take your lunch money and you gonna sit there and look crazy. So to be the best, you got to fight the best. To be the best, you got to beat the best. And that's what that Jamal Charlo need to understand that. All right.
Mm.
Now, your life and your family is not in jeopardy if you lose one fight. Hell, if you lose two fights, if you keep your eye on the prize and you focus, you can win that fight. All right.
Yeah.
So, but that's what's wrong with Jamal Charlo. It's not that he it's not the money ain't right or no, it's just the competition. All right.
Mm.
That's the whole thing, the competition. Can I fight him? Now, he said he wants Triple G. Yes, he called him out, I don't know how many times. All right. But no, he could have had that fight. If he could have had that fight, Al Heyman would have put up the money and he would have got that fight. But he didn't push for that fight. He didn't push hard for that fight. And I heard that straight from Ronnie Shields' mouth. He did not push for that fight.
Damn.
Yes, he didn't push for that fight. And that new house that he got in Columbia, Texas, all right, that was paid for by what? Step aside money. Step aside money. I heard that also from a very reliable source. That was paid for by step aside money. Step aside money from none other than Canelo Alvarez. All right. So there you go. All right. So for people that say, oh, he didn't take step aside money, yes, he did. All right.
Damn.
It had to be a hell of a lot.
Damn.
So
Man.
that's the complex that he has. He has that complex.
So if that's the case, he gonna lose when he finally fights somebody. If you already scared to lose, when you finally do fight somebody, bro, you gonna lose.
That's why I said
that's
you got
number
to get
one.
in there. Yeah.
And then number two with the whole Andrade thing, like I got little brothers, bro. I got kids. Like, I don't understand. Like, so Andrade, so Jamal Charlo's thing is he don't want to fight Andrade because of what Andrade did to Jamel Charlo by pulling out of their fight or whatever.
Right.
But if somebody screw your little brother out some money, they screw your sibling out some money, and they talking shit and they want to fight you, and you get to unify, which is a big legacy fight for you, and you get to make millions. So you gonna pay me millions. It's gonna help my legacy, and I get to beat the dude who screwed my brother out some money. What we really talking about? Why you don't want to fight that guy, bro? Like, I don't understand that about Jamal Charlo. I don't understand, and what I don't understand about him, Demetrius Andrade, or any of these guys, man, is that Canelo Alvarez is basically running their career right now. Yes. He's running their career and he's dictating how they move and just what they do. Like, damn, you just gonna wait around on Canelo, so y'all don't want to build your own shit. You don't want to build your legacy outside of him. Like, if I'm Charlo, like, I don't want to beat up Andrade and then tell Canelo I beat up the dudes you ducking.
Now I will say this: I have talked with Sampson. Okay, he is a promoter. Okay, I talk with him a lot. He talks a lot, but I have talked with him. And now Demetrius Andrade is his father is just pushing this. Demetrius Andrade don't want Canelo right, that much. But his father,
but how he looked in his last fight, he better not want Canelo. Liam Williams almost stopped his ass, bro. Canelo. Yes. Hey, I know a lot of y'all like Demetrius Andrade and think that if you notice, when we asked the question who has the best shot against Canelo, I chose Zerto Ramirez and you chose Jamal Charlo. Ain't nobody up here picking Demetrius Andrade. Man, he looked horrible in his last fight. And we talking about Caleb Plant not fighting top competition, bro. Demetrius Andrade, number one, he's smaller than Caleb Plant. Number two, he ain't fought nobody that's gonna get you ready for Canelo Alvarez, bro. Nobody. He might get stopped even sooner. So his dad is smart. It's basically the point I'm trying to make. I don't know. Right. I don't know if he want that smoke like that, man. It's not going to end well for him, in my opinion. It's not going to end well.
Another example, Ronnie Shields said, when Jamel lost his belt to Tony Harrison, okay, you know that Jamal came behind him to fight Cobalt. All right. Now, Jamal wasn't focused. He almost lost that fight. Jamal wasn't listening to nothing Ronnie was telling him because that's how close twins are. They share the same DNA. So when he lost that fight, it's like he was burying his brother, really, because he was that sad, so he couldn't, he had enough talent to beat him. But if it was on different circumstances, Cobalt was a better fighter, whatever, he would have lost that fight. Yeah.
So, yeah, man, that's tough. So last topic I want to get to, and then we can
appreciate that, AQ.
Yeah, that's how we do, AQ. I saw that too, man. We appreciate that. That's what it's about. Like, that's why it's such a good collaboration. That's why we decided to team up, because we like boxing. We love boxing more than these boxers. So I'm from Texas. You probably don't know it, but KQKC, he rocks with the Charlos. Those are his favorite fighters. He'll tell you in any moment, but he gonna speak the truth. He gonna tell the truth, and I am too. And so it just you gotta put boxing above these fighters, because these dudes gonna retire. They in their 30s already, bro.
That's right.
They in their 30s already. And I don't know about y'all, but I plan on watching boxing for a very long time. For a very long time, and they only gonna be around 5, 6, 7 more years at best. If they have if they can last into their late 30s, you know what I'm saying? So if they only gonna be around that long, I plan on watching boxing at least another 25, 30 years, Lord willing. So shit, why I'm gonna support fighters more than the fight? And that's the message. That's the overall message that we try to send here on Knockout Boxing. So let me ask you this, because I heard you talking about it, and I want to touch on it really quickly because it's the next big pay-per-view fight that's gonna be coming up. I want to get your thoughts on this because I think it's some crazy kind of lines to draw. So in this fight with Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant, Canelo Alvarez was the experienced fighter, and Caleb Plant was more flashy, more athletic, more foot movement, and Canelo was the power puncher, kind of rugged, come forward fighter, but he had the more experience. In the Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter situation, that's flipped on his head. Terrence Crawford is more slick. Terrence Crawford is supposed to be the skilled athletic fighter. Sean Porter is the one that's rugged, rough, coming forward at you. So watching the Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant fight, has it changed your opinion on what you think might happen with Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter? Do you think Sean Porter's experience is even more important than maybe we thought at first? Or do you think Terrence Crawford's skill and athletic ability are going to be more important in that fight? What have you changed your thoughts on the fight at all after watching this fight?
Oh, well, actually, yes, in a way. I really came to a final decision yet, but it's kind of almost like the Canelo and Plant fight. You got strength. You got strength versus someone that don't have that much strength. Sean Porter is strong. Sean Porter has a chin. Now, has that chin been tested? Yes, many times. Has Sean Porter been in there with the best of the best? Yes, he has. Has he been a champion? Yes, twice. Has he lost? Yes, twice. But he's a former two-time champion. But you have to understand, you got Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is a unified champion at 140.
Hold on real quick, OG. Hold on real quick. Man, we got 98 people in here. First of all, I appreciate it. We ain't never had this many people in here, but I only got 76 likes, man. Y'all,
man, come on.
The like button.
Show some love.
Please smash the like button. If you can't donate to us, if you can't hit the super chat button, smash the like button. Let's get the likes up, man, because this is a great conversation. But go ahead, OG. Go ahead.
Yes, sir, man. Hit the like, man. Show your love. If you can't send a super chat, man, hit the like button. All right. That way you showing your love. You appreciate the conversation. You appreciate the boxing IQ minds. I mean, go ahead, hit the like button. All right. Show your love right now. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Now, let me get into this now. Okay. Then Terrence Crawford, unified champion 140. Has he fought the best competition? No. Has he fought the best hard hitter fighter that at his weight class? No. All right. Now we all sitting here twiddling our thumbs, waiting on that fight to happen. Because really, we want to see Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. But right now, we're gonna get Sean Porter and Terrence Crawford. Now, I got some minuses and pluses in this fight. Okay. Now the plus for Terrence Crawford is he has a great ring IQ. He's very disciplined in that ring. And yes, he does switch from orthodox to southpaw, but and to me, that doesn't make a difference in the ring when you find a Sean Porter. Okay. Now, what Terrence Crawford gonna have to do is what Caleb Plant did: use his lateral movement, use his ring generalship. Matter of fact, he's gonna have to hit Sean Porter with something that's gonna stop him and deter him from just coming in there.
Facts.
All right. That's what he's gonna have to do. Now, does he have the power to do it? I think he does if he keep working on it. Now, Sean Porter, now he don't have the best ring generalship. Matter of fact, Sean Porter is not really a boxer. He's a brawler. And he's the type of fighter that will come at you anywhere he can. He would literally run in the ring. I have seen it. Okay, so he would get to you any way he can. Now, one thing that Terrence Crawford gonna have to do is stay off them ropes, because that's his home. That's his bread and butter for Sean Porter. Now, he does smother his punches when when he get close like that. But then again, he gonna have to back out and pretty much and make some room for his punching room. But that's what Terrence Crawford got to use that ring IQ, baby. That's where you're gonna have to use that check hook or jump out and clinch and bring it right back and reset in the center of the ring. Now, this is a close fight, and it's getting close to 50-50, I would say. Because you got brute strength versus brains, all right? Just like when you was in school, right? You got a smart guy, and then you got a guy on the football team, right? Now, who wins? Who wins? Now, that's the question. That's the question. Who wins? Now, I think the guy with the better IQ might win. And that's who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Terrence Crawford. I think Terrence Crawford would do things in the ring that you all never seen before. Never seen before. Yeah, I'd call Big Mac this and that, but I think Bo McIntyre got a game plan for Sean Porter. So when he come in there, and he comes in there without a jab, he just comes straight in and try to overwhelm you. So go back to Mykaela Meyer and Hamadouche. All right, that's a perfect example. Hamadouche always overwhelmed her opponents. All right, but then again, Meyer stood up to her and brawled with her. Terrence Crawford cannot do that. Terrence Crawford might get hit with something that he might not want to get hit with. He's not Earl Spence, so let's not compare to both guys. I don't want to hear this shit after the fight. All right, well, he got him out there better than Earl did. All right, Earl got him out there sooner. No, let him fight his fight. All right, let him use his smart and ring IQ. Yes, he didn't fight the best competition, but still he is a unified champion. And you don't get to be a unified champion just by just coasting alone. So therefore, I think right now I ain't made a decision right now, but I think IQ, I think brains beat brute strength, and that's what I think, and that's how I look at the fight going.
So here's my thoughts, and salute to my wife Valerie. Hit the like button and show some love. That's right, baby. You tell them. And Cassandra Mason in that super chat, she said, "Just cause great show, fellas. Thank you. We appreciate that. We trying our best." So here's my thoughts on it. So it's the same worry and the same issue that I had with Caleb Plant when it comes to this fight. Experience, man. Listen, I know Sean Porter is not as skilled or as talented as Terrence Crawford, but I know in a big fight, I know what Sean Porter gonna give me. I know for a fact he can take pressure. He can take punches from top 147-pound fighters, bro. I know he can take a good shot. I seen Kell Brook hit him. I seen Keith Thurman hit him with some clean ass shots. I saw Earl Spence hit him with some clean ass shots. I ain't never seen Terrence Crawford against this level of opponent. I know he's talented. I know he looks good against fighters that he's supposed to beat. And fighters that aren't as good as Sean Porter. But what does he do against Sean Porter? So I told y'all in my breakdown of the Caleb Plant and Canelo Alvarez fight, bro, for Terrence Crawford, like, this is crazy. It sounds crazy, but it's all facts when y'all really listen to what I'm saying. For Terrence Crawford to win this fight, he got to do some shit against the type of opponent we've never seen him fight at this level. And we've never seen him do it. So if you're picking, and I ain't saying who I'm picking yet, but if you picking Terrence Crawford to win this fight, you picking him based on what you think he might do, what you think he's capable of doing. And I think that's what a lot of people did with Caleb Plant. And that's why I drew the parallel between the two fights, because in this one, like, the slick boxer, the one that's athletic, the one that's supposed to have all of this talent, he's the one that don't have the experience.
He wanted to do something in there to surprise everybody.
Yeah, and then the brawler, the one that come forward, just like how Canelo, it's the same thing. He's the one with all the experience. Now he ain't got the skills that Canelo got. That's not what I'm saying, but he can make it very uncomfortable. And I'll leave y'all with this, and salute to Everything Boxing. Salute to Ricky Williams. If y'all see them in the chat, go click on their thing and go subscribe to both of those brothers, man. Those are great brothers doing great work. The thing I leave y'all with is this, man. I lost my train of thought. Let me find it. Okay, I got it back. So the thing I leave y'all with is this for this fight with Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter. It's a 50-50 fight, bro. It's a 50-50 fight. That fight is going to be decided at one key factor. I'm not picking the fight yet, but when you watch the fight, I want you to think about this. The distance that the fight is fought at. If the fight is fought in close, that is going to favor Sean Porter. If he can get inside of Terrence Crawford, that's where it goes to his favor. If Crawford can keep him at distance, because Crawford has long ass arms, he has absurdly long ass arms. I don't know why his arms are so long for his height and how short I don't know, bro, but he has long ass arms. If he can keep it at mid range and keep it long distance, then he has the advantage. Stormy B Man says it's not a 50-50 fight. We can agree to disagree. Stormy B Man, another great brother, doing great work. Extreme boxing knowledge. Y'all go subscribe to him. He usually would be live right now. He goes on at 10:30, but he's not doing it today. That's why we're going a little bit longer today. We usually send people over to Stormy B Man when we get done right here. And we'll see. And I don't know 50-50 in favor of who, Stormy B Man. I don't know if you got Crawford or Porter or who you favor in the fight. But to me, Stormy, and the point I'm trying to make is that if it's in close, it favors Porter. And if they fight at a distance, I will favor Crawford. That's why I'm saying it's a 50-50 fight. Whoever can get the fight at the distance that they want, they're going to have a clear advantage, in my opinion. They're going to have a clear advantage, in my opinion. And experience matters. Let me get this super chat, and then we'll give our final words and get you guys on to the rest of your Sunday. Ricky Williams says, congrats to Canelo for the win. However, bros, Caleb showed that Canelo has been fighting a different level opponent for the last 4 or 5 years. Caleb needed a KO no matter what. He needed a KO going into that fight, bro. And I know you had Caleb Plant showed up, Ricky, and he did a good job, bro. I don't know how long you've been here, because I just saw you started coming, and he couldn't, that shoulder roll just wasn't working for him, bro. And Canelo was able to make the fight very competitive early, and I knew that it was only a matter of time Caleb would be in trouble. But he put on, man. I'm interested to see what's next from him. I'm interested to see, if he can become world champion again, and just see what, see what happens for him. But yeah, that's my thoughts. I think it's 50-50. I think that fight is a battle of the distance. If Terrence Crawford can keep his distance, catch Sean Porter coming in, he got the advantage. But what if Sean Porter, that's what nobody wants to talk about. We acting like Terrence Crawford is a juggernaut and he's the hardest hitter in the world, and he, you know what I mean? Like, but what if Porter can take his shot?
Right.
What if Porter realized in the first 2 or 3 rounds, oh shit, bro, that's it? And then he just like, man, I'm coming in, bro. You can't hurt me. I'm coming in. Then what if they start dogfighting on the inside?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens. But that's all I got, man. KQKC, give them your last words. Let the people know where to find you. Last words on any topic. If you want to give some last words on Canelo, whatever. But just let them know where to find you and when you're gonna be live. And another great show. Give them your last words, man.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, I appreciate everybody that came out last night. Everybody that hung in there with me through the undercard and the main event. It was a great show on last night and Friday night. It was a great show. And of course, you can find me Monday through Friday. That's at 12:30 p.m. Central Time. I will be on this Tuesday because I will be out of town burying my uncle Saturday. So therefore, I will be live Tuesday. So I appreciate everybody. You can find me right here on YouTube and on Instagram. Okay, right there on Instagram at the LDBC_123. All right. Don't know. I just made it up. Anyway, but Twitter also MH_Olympo. All right. So, and also check out all the channels like Ricky Williams, okay? Boxing Conversation with Reggie Orange, Stormy B Man. All right, let's support each other. All right, that's what we all about.
Thanks.
And Knockout Boxing TV always got great breakdowns. We talking about everyday content on any fight that's coming up or any fight that's coming up real soon. So always check out his breakdown because breakdown is good. I always go back and say, wait a minute, what did Knockout say? And I go back and I look at him and I say, okay, that's what he was saying. Okay. Well, I think he's wrong on that one. Right. But, but still we disagree. Right. But it's been a good show today. All right. And I appreciate everybody that came in and hit the like button on your way out. All right.
Please,
that's all I got.
Please smash the like.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. And and everybody's saying condolences. Yeah, man. So, hopefully
appreciate
everything,
that.
Go there and come back, man. And we definitely understand that you won't be calling the fights. I believe, didn't Kano say he might be calling? Didn't y'all talk? And he's gonna be calling the fight?
Yeah. I'm Kano Loco said he's gonna call him for. All right. So
All right, yeah. So y'all go check out Cono Loco Sports on Saturday. Next Saturday, he'll be calling the fight. So my last words is simple, man. Salute and credit to Canelo Alvarez, new undisputed champion. At 168 pounds. As far as me, y'all can find me right here on YouTube, Knockout Boxing 86 TV, man. Y'all subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's 106 people in the building. I know all y'all ain't subscribed, so hopefully y'all subscribe to me, subscribe to KQKC, because we're gonna keep this thing growing and we're gonna keep going every single Sunday morning. The other thing I wanted to say, follow me on Twitter at KO Boxing 86 TV, and then I go live every Wednesday night. I only do it once a week. Quality over quantity, so to speak. And because of family obligations, I can only do it once a week right now. So please, if you have some time, Wednesday nights, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, I will be live talking boxing. And obviously follow KQKC. I got his link in the description to his channel, so it's very easy for y'all. If y'all hit my description, his channel link is right there in the description. So on your way out, if you haven't subscribed to him, hit that link and go subscribe to him and show him some love, because he works harder than 100% of the people here on YouTube, man. He does a lot of great work, so y'all go check it out. I drop content every day. Oh, go ahead.
One more thing, Knockout, I just wanted to say, you're doing a great job, man. And you really, taking off. You really get great insight on the fights, great insights on the fighters. You do your homework. He do his analytics. He do everything, and I think he's doing a great job on this channel. And I think this channel is going to grow. I'm talking about his channel. Okay, his channel, not me and him together, his channel, because he has great boxing IQ mind. And his prediction rate, put it up there, his prediction rate is great. All right.
I mean, if you gonna pull my arm, if you're gonna ask me to put it up there, there you go. You know
there
what I'm saying?
Go. Right.
If you gonna ask me to put it up there, then I'll put it up there for y'all.
Right.
You know what I mean?
See, his prediction record is right, because what that is you go in and you study. All right. Don't go by the eye test, because the eye test sometimes fail you. And most of the time it do fail you. But right now, I will tell you, this man working hard. All right. This man is working hard. And like I say, support him. Like, subscribe, and share his videos, because you're not going to get a better breakdown than none other than Knockout 86, Boxing 86 TV. And with that, that's all I have.
Yeah, right. I appreciate that. And Fernando, it's okay, man. Don't be mad. You don't have to come in here and be mad. It's okay, brother. Salute to you, man. Hopefully, hit the dislike button on your way out, bro. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, man, look, we appreciate y'all. It's been another great episode. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. And I leave y'all with what I leave y'all with every Sunday. The Cowboys about to win the Super Bowl, about to beat the shit out of the who we playing, bro? Hold on. Who we playing? We about to beat the shit out of the Broncos today. So if you're a Denver Broncos fan, don't at me. We're going to beat the shit out of y'all today. We win the Super Bowl. But I appreciate everybody that's coming here, man, rocking out with us. Smash the like button. Subscribe to KQKC. Subscribe to me. We appreciate y'all. And with that, we out of here, y'all. Y'all enjoy your Sunday, man.
All right. Peace.
Peace, y'all.